Hi, everybody. This is brand new. Welcome to the newest campaign I'm running called Isle of Monsters. I am your host once
Ooh.
again, your Lord and Savior, VG. And these are my cadre of misfits and ne'er
What's
do
a
wells.
cadre?
Group.
A group.
It's a fancy word for
Oh,
group.
well,
Stay in high school, Brannick.
I'm I'm dropping out just because you said that.
Okay, that's fine. Then you'll have more time to play D&D. Anyway, we will begin this adventure in a moment. But why don't we have everybody say hi and introduce your characters? We'll just say that you have met, basically. Starting
Alright.
with Dante.
1 second, please. Just give me.
Okay.
Alright. No, I'm fine. Dante is a red tiefling. He's a tiefling blade singer wizard who's with a sage background and mostly studied and spent his life learning the arts of the blade singer and is now trying to travel across the world to gain knowledge and get the hell out of here.
Fair enough. Hunter.
Me? Okay. My character goes by the name of Virgil. And to people who know the series, yes, it is a reference.
I didn't okay this. No, I'm playing.
I would have done it if you didn't okay it.
Loud.
He would have.
Doesn't matter what you say. I okayed it.
Yeah, I am also playing a Blade Singer wizard, except unlike this fucker, I'm actually doing it properly.
Nice. You're fun at parties.
And I'm specifically a Mephistopheles tiefling, which gives me some nice little things.
Physical description, por favor.
Physical description. Okay. I have olive skin. Like I say I in terms of my character. I'm sorry. When I step into character, I speak in present and self tense. What's the name of that hat? I'm trying to think of it. It's too big. It's too big to be a fedora. It's Indiana
hat?
Jones's hat. It's Indiana Jones's hat.
A trilby?
Ew. It's not a trilby.
Oh, that's the only other hat I know.
Like if you've seen Indiana Jones, it's his hat. There.
This is either going to be really good for you guys or really bad for you guys. Sorry, you know that little ritual I do
It's a
where I roll all
fedora.
my dice at the beginning of the session?
I don't think it's a fedora. I think it's too big.
I just googled it. It's a fedora.
There you go.
It's
It's a fedora.
It's really a fedora.
It's a true fedora.
For a fedora.
No, fedoras and trilbies are different. The trilby is what people normally think of fedora is, but it's not true. Fedoras are actually wider brimmed.
Oh yeah, yes, it's a fedora, and he enjoys himself a good cigar.
Cool.
And he talks like this.
Oh goody, it's the lizard man from the other game.
Well, hey, I have very limited range of voices I can do that don't make my throat explode.
So before we move on to 11's character, you know that little ritual I do where I roll all my dice at the beginning of the session to see which set I'm using? Some of you do.
I do not.
So
You're wild.
I got a 19 and a 17 on 2 of them, and 2 natural ones on the other. So this is going to be a really interesting game.
Oh boy.
My luck.
Wait, which set of dice did you take?
My brand new set of dice that I got for
What'd they
Christmas.
roll?
2 natural ones, a 19 and a 17.
Oh, you're.
Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
He was like, you fucked me. He's like, nope.
Get ready for some really wild gameplay here, boys. Fucking 11, introduce your character.
Alright, so I'm playing a human who seems like to be a little bit older. He's mid-30s. He's wearing like a cloak that seems like it was meant for like a nobleman or someone of like an upper class, but it's really like worn and not tattered, but it's like the edges are a little bit frayed, and it's seen a lot of use. His name's Truz, and he's really reserved and kind of like shifty-eyed, where he doesn't really trust anything that he's seeing. And he's a cleric, solidarity cleric.
Cool.
Solidarity. I haven't.
Harrow, you're up.
I'm playing a barbarian Goliath. His name is Dodar, but he just goes by Draco. He's about 8 feet tall. He's got gray skin. He has like wolf pelt type shoulder armor. It's not really armor, it's more like an aesthetic look. And he always carries around a very large cleaver sword. And he has the Outlander background.
There you go. And the last one for today, Chaos.
So, I am playing Gale. He is a very dark-furred tabaxi wearing a very rather short cloak with two holes at the top of his hood for his ears to poke out of. And he constantly has his hand, like at least a finger on his bow at all time. He is a champion fighter.
I forgot to mention that Draco utterly hates anything that resembles a dragon.
I thought it was mildly disliked. What do you
It's
mean?
No, he strongly hates. Very much so.
You know, the
There's like-
fucking, there's like exams or whatever you do, and then like it has like a quiz at the end. It's like, how did you enjoy this? Did you strongly agree? Agree, mildly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree? Yeah, he's on the strongly disagrees with dragons.
If it could be lower than
section.
strongly disagree,
No,
I'd be
strongly
down.
disagrees is like bolded. He's like highlighted.
He's so
it.
mad he didn't even fill out.
It's got
the-
a bunch of circles around
Yeah,
it.
it's just I didn't even do it. I just saw it said dragons on it, and I just filled out. I did not like this.
He just drew all over it in Sharpie. He's like, "Fuck dragons," and then handed it in. Got a 0.
Drew a
Just-
picture of like him killing a dragon.
And then on the back there was a
Like,
drawing of
killing
him killing a dragon. He says, "Me, dragon."
Me, dragon killing.
Yeah, it's very simplistic, like stick figure drawing in crayon.
Yeah. I drew this in my art school.
That's so nice. We're gonna put it right on the fridge.
All right, so we have one more
Well-
player who's not going to be here for the first couple sessions because of work reasons, but they will be here eventually. So it's just the 5 of you for the foreseeable future. We'll see how it goes from there. Alrighty. As we set the scene, you are all one by one convening at the docks in the territory of Larathia in the port town of Marcosta for this job that you have all taken on and been hired to do. As you all gather up your things and walk toward the dock, you are looking for a very specific ship. A very famous ship in these waters specifically. It's called the Angry Gull. It has a picture of a very angry seagull as its figurehead. It's captained by a Triton named Keela Vallega. That's who you're looking for.
May I roll history for its previous like encounter? Like, what would it be known for?
Sure. Roll history. 16. So, Vallega is powerful in her own right, but really has a reputation as a diplomat between different nations. She and her crew are very prominent, like ambassadors between the different nations. She doesn't belong to any one territory on this island.
They're just talking voices who intertwine and help out with like.
She's a diplomat. She goes around and she like, we have a problem with this tribe of people stealing our fruit. Like, okay, fine, we'll get them to pay back the fruit, stuff like that. She's kind of an adventurer in that way, in that she's a problem solver for the whole of this area.
Mhm.
Um, and she has also been hired by the territory of Lorethia to go with you, to be your captain, and take you to a small island toward the center of the archipelago where this setting takes place. So she would have at some point yesterday, you would have met with her in uh, a tavern or bar somewhere in Marcosta, and she would have explained to you all of this stuff and say, "Hey, we're looking for people to hire, blah 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 blah." You said yes, and now you're here looking for the Angry Gull.
We're just exploring the docks, or
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
The docks here are bustling with all sorts of people, mostly, from what you can tell, plain-touched beings, meaning Ganassi, um, certain different types of elf are wandering around doing their work and their stuff. Um, you see a lot of magically inclined people moving boxes and things off of ships using magical means, putting them on the dock and going back to doing their work. A lot of stronger individuals are doing it by hand, but mostly this is just like a bustling port town.
uh,
Uh,
may I roll perception to search for it, or who is everybody together then? I'd assume.
you guys had stayed at the inn the night before and then traveled together to this portion of the town.
Big old whiff of the salty air and just sigh of.
Go ahead and roll a perception check
Roger. How long do we have to stay at sea again?
until you find the boat.
No, he's at like how's the travel?
Oh,
He's asking that in character to just the open group.
so you do see the boat toward the left-hand side of the dock. The distinctive, the distinctive enraged gull figurehead kind of catches your eye.
Found her. She's over here, guys.
Okay.
Just approach the ship.
Alrighty. As you approach the ship, you can see that the crew of the Angry Gull is just managing to load up the last of their cargo for the journey. You can see a couple of figures stand out. There is um, a full orc man with a high top knot, shirtless in very light pants, carrying two big wooden crates up the gangplank, currently heading onto the boat. You hear the sounds of clicks and whistles from aboard the ship, and you're kind of confused where it is. You look up, in the crow's nest there's a kenku with a very brightly colored feather cloak, clicking and whistling away at the top of the crow's nest.
I would I want to tap Draco's chest and just kind of gesture to the big gentleman carrying two boxes in each arm. Hey, that guy might actually give you a run for your money.
Debatable.
What? You think you could do that?
I could do better.
Prove it.
Alright, well, I guess Draco's gonna go strolling up all confidently. Ask if there's gonna be for any help that he could help with moving
By the
boxes.
way, BG, did you ever add the image I sent you to the tokens?
No, that's your job. I gave you a token though.
When did you?
I don't know. At some point, I have your token. Let me throw it at you real quick. Yeah. So Draco walks up to one of the crates. So you see the crew are loading on there. Just wordlessly picks one up and starts hefting it toward the boat.
Yeah. Easy. I'll try to pick up 3 to outdo the orc.
Nope, you never sent me the token for Virgil.
What the fuck? Well then, let me do it real quick. It's probably a good idea to do this.
I'm assuming he just needs to roll strength for that, right? Or athletics, or what?
No, he's a Goliath, dude. He's ginormous. He doesn't need to roll
Oh,
anything.
okay. Then I was pick up
Oh,
4.
shit,
I was gonna pick up 4.
Okay, Dante goes from I think I just put what? Kind of just he's cleaning his glasses like. Oh.
At this point, I
well,
pull out a flask and I take a sip of the ale that I have in it. I just start laughing.
oh no, flask ale.
Flask.
It's not,
Flask.
that's not how you store
I pull out-
ale.
I, do,
I pull up my flask full of
It's
I
not
don't
tea.
good
prefer hard liquor.
Oh boy.
Wimp.
It's simply
Yeah,
ale.
that's like having a beer flask.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what this is.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yes.
Well, I pull out my ale, my flask of tea, because I have
Flask of
4
tea.
pounds of it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh yes, tea.
Alrighty then.
Are we all?
I wanna I want to cheers chaos.
I'm gonna walk
Clink.
back over to Dante and Tiny Devil Man. I told you I could do it.
I got a name, you know.
I
It
forget.
just feels.
Well, obviously, your name's Tiny Devil Man.
Excuse me.
That's
That's just mildly.
I'm assuming I'm there as well.
No.
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
You're all here. You're all in a group.
You're gonna need to learn our names.
I will in time.
Damn. You know what? Dante 5'4". He is a
Maybe.
tail.
Gale's 6'3", I think I made him.
Okay.
Double check.
Yeah,
It's a tall ass tabaxi.
that is tall.
Tabaxi.
Huh?
Apparently, Tabaxi natural fucking height is 7 foot, which is scary.
Yeah.
They're
Is
lengthy.
it?
Yeah.
I can't.
Long
I,
caps.
it's not in my sheet for some reasons, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 6'3".
I mean,
Sure.
I'm 5'10", so
Dante, small lad. Like,
Small
alright.
one.
Yeah. He's small boy. I'm gonna get. Listen. Listen. I'll take Tiny, but you can't call me Devil Man. How's that?
Deal.
Deal. He's gonna hold out his hand. He's just holding.
He's gonna shake your hand. Here's...
Ah!
Oh, sorry.
Just some
I
quick
can
editing.
already tell there's gonna be one hell of a
Didn't have to, show off.
Well, you challenged me.
No. I was talking about the handshake.
Oh, I wasn't really. I don't really think about my own strength. I'm sorry. All right, man. Shall we board the ship?
I mean, I'm just gonna do this
Let's
for
I
the meantime.
quite obviously not. We're only here to just stare at it, right?
All right. Dante will enter the ship.
Walk onto the ship.
Yeah, I'm going.
Uh,
By the
as
way,
you
how long
see-
is my cigar? How long does my cigar last?
Cigars last a long time. Probably, I'd say like, we'll call it like an hour, if you don't like drain it immediately.
You puff a cigar, it'll last you good. It could last you up to a day for a good cigar.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are good cigars. I spent a good money.
Okay. Then
Oh,
fine.
okay.
We'll go with a day then.
Cigars. I have 10 days worth of cigars.
Imagine having a nicotine addiction. This is brought to you by Quit It.
He doesn't even have an addiction. He's a tiefling. It's literally, and it's just tobacco. It's not even any of the addictive shit in our current.
Smoking
in most
cigars
cigarettes
can
are now.
cause permanent lung stunt.
They
That-
would if I wasn't a tiefling.
Also true. All right, so you guys walk aboard the ship toward the top portion of it, over by where the steering column is, I guess you'd say. Barking orders is the image of Captain Vallega, who you met the day previous. I'm going to throw her image in chat here in just a second.
By the way, I'm still waiting on that token.
I know, I'm working on it. Fucking, she's in concept art, isn't she? Yes, she is.
Oh no.
Man, fuck. Nope, she's not in concept art. Okay, I don't have it on this computer. I have it on my laptop. That's why.
Unfortunate.
Cool. So you can't see her yet. I'll you know what I'll do? I'll drop it. You guys can see the map, right?
Affirm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking there.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I will do this so that they can see her as well. There we go.
BG,
So there you
not
go.
just streaming it, right?
No, I'm not. I got it. I have different sections of the OBS. It's a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
Just making sure.
So anyway, you see her kind of up on the top, barking orders to people. She sees you walk stride all aboard her ship there, and kind of walks down the stairs to greet you.
Draco's gonna give her a salute, Captain.
Can I,
Well,
put out my-
Seems our brave adventurers are finally up. Excellent, right on time.
You called us brave.
Aye.
I don't know about brave, but they're definitely adventurous.
It's a figure. Okay, whatever.
I'll take brave. Pounds his chest.
I mean, I'll take brave too, but I mean, I don't know about them.
That was quite rude.
Quite. Either way, welcome aboard the Angry Gull. I will be your captain, and this will be your ship. Please do not break it. Please do not make it any dirtier than you would have your own possessions. And please do not question my authority aboard the ship, or we will have issues, and I will throw you off. I don't care what I was hired to do. Now, we shall set sail in the next probably hour or so. Your quarters are below decks, toward the back of the ship. I suggest you set up and get ready before we depart.
Thank you so much.
Aye,
Is
Cap.
there any,
Here is the picture of Virgil for the rest of you.
is there any ground rules we should get started with? Other than, you just said them.
Just do what I say. This is only going to be a week long. As long as you listen to me, we won't have a problem.
Got it.
Is there any more work that needs to be done I could help with? Heavy lifting?
It looks like they've got the rest of the crates all headed up. We're just going to unpack a few things. If you'd like, you can help unpack a couple of the crates.
I can do that.
Go and help my first mate.
Aye.
He's the big-ass orc. You can't miss him.
Will do. And Draco's gonna go head over to the orc.
I would like to go to our lower decks and see what it looks like. Just our quarters now.
Yep, I'm gonna follow him.
What was this lady the captain look like?
Did I not delete her token? I did delete her token.
Put in references
Hey,
and characters.
look at all this fucking map. That's what she looks like. She's the big lady covering the entirety of the island. On roll 20.
Ah.
I will also throw her in references. I was preoccupied doing other things. Oh wait, I don't have her character token. I will throw her in references later when I have her token.
Big goof.
Oh wait, no, actually, I think I saved her photo. Okay, well, you know, guys, this is an interesting session. So give me 1 second to figure out what the fuck is wrong with me.
Hey, we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Christ.
Makes you feel any better. I'd be worse.
Yay, session 1. All right.
Yay!
Well, while I wait for for roll 20 to reload, that's Vallega. What are you doing?
Well, can you give me like a descriptor then?
No, she's
Or
a
do you send an image? and
she's in
references
she's in
well?
references. take a look. She's got blue skin, blue hair, relatively thin, only about
Yeah.
5'6" ish. She's not
About to
super
say,
tall.
she eaten a sandwich before?
Is she gonna?
Sandwich.
Has she eaten a sandwich before?
Or she already got scurvy? Like,
Wait. Can I did she, I think I missed the line. Did she walk away?
She was about to go back to captaining, but yeah, you can talk to her if you want to.
Oh, miss.
Yes.
Is it okay if I like double back for a second and grab a couple pounds of tea?
You've got 1 hour. If you're not back within the hour,
Just more
Dante's-
fucking tea.
Dante's kind of just gonna stare at the ground.
Fucking Boston Tea Party D&D edition.
yeah,
Try
throw it
and
in the harbor.
understand what he just heard. I'm sorry, what?
She raises an eyebrow and looks at you quizzically. You have 1 hour. If you're not
Yes.
if you're not back by then, I will leave without you.
How far away is my car?
15 minutes.
Oh, okay, sure. I can take the entire fucking cart there. What do you mean?
So
Yeah.
the cat rushes off to go grab some tea real quick.
Zoom! Priority straight, am I right?
I come back with just 2 pounds of fucking
Just
tea.
holding raw tea leaves, not even in a container or anything.
Was that?
Okay.
Okay, so I just
The rest of
I,
you-
I sprint off to get my tea.
Okay. I'd like to go down to our quarters and with 11. What is 11 team? What's your character's name again, bud?
Truz.
Truz. I thought her drugs for a second. I was very confused.
Drugs.
My character's name is Drugs. Also, for
My
For-
character's name?
for-
Hard Drugs.
for Truz and Scrack, I threw placeholder tokens because you never gave me art. So if you want actual character
Yeah.
tokens, give me art for your characters, and I'll make them.
Tokens are up and up.
All right. So the cat runs off to grab tea. The rest of you go to below decks to set up your quarters. It's relatively cozy. We'll say it's pretty small. Most of you have like a hammock to sleep on. That's strung between a couple posts. It's like double decker hammocks, so not the not the most.
Okay, let's see. How well ventilated is
It's
Lower
not.
deck.
It's a. It's a.
Oh.
It's not. It's a
this
boat.
thing's gonna fill up with cigar smoke right in.
Probably. It's not like you
Look
aren't
at
used to it. You are on an island.
Yeah, but the party, on the other hand.
I mean, hey, as long as people don't mind the secondhand smoke, I don't think you're gonna have an issue. What the fuck is my cat doing? Anyway, so as the room begins to fill with smoke, it's very small, very cozy. Like I said, you all have a hammock, and you have space in the room to leave your stuff, but you don't have any containers given to you. Basically, she just kind of set you up with the bare minimum because they're not going to be with you for more than a week. So
That's fair. We don't have. Basically, all of our stuff is just kind of in the open. Our packs are.
Yeah.
Okay, first things first. I'm jumping on the top bunk. Second off. How are we gonna get the big guy in here?
He
I
can
don't know.
crawl. It's fine.
Is he gonna?
Another swig of my ale.
you just gotta duck under the doorway.
He's just gonna sleep on the floor. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. God.
For him, it'll be like Gandalf entering the Shire, the Hobbit hole, beginning of Lord of the Rings. He's gonna
I
bump
wonder
his
what
head on
happened.
everything before he figures out how to.
Dante's gonna scratch his little chin. I wonder what happened if I cast Golder's Tower on him.
I don't think it works.
Only one way to find out.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay. After about a half hour, there is a loud like sailor's whistle comes from above deck, and you hear a bunch of feet moving around rapidly. The boat begins to move, and you have set sail on your first day of the voyage that you'll need to get to the island. You guys are setting sail relatively early in the day, probably around 10 o'clock ish. And then you guys will be traveling for about 4 days to get to the island. If there's anything in those 4 days you want to do RP wise, character wise, anything like that, let me know now, because otherwise I'm just going to time skip.
Is the lower deck actually being filled up with smoke, Hunter?
Yes. Yes, it is.
So
Oh yeah, in that case, Truz is gonna spend his entire time on the upper deck, just taking swigs out of his alcohol and standing over the railing the entire time.
Fuck. No, they would not allow that. Eventually, I guess. Dante would be soaking in sun on the top deck, and then doing his best to give as many bullshit dares to Draco as possible. But you can't miss that cannon.
All right.
What are you made of?
Stone.
What did they feed you?
Meat.
Oh, good. I thought you were gonna say stone.
You hear
That
it from
too.
away. I just go,
Woo! You want to see how far I can throw this cannonball?
Okay, well, okay. To be fair, it would be ballista because there are no firearms yet.
Oh.
Oh, my apologies. You want to see how far I can throw this big spear?
Foosh! Hits a dolphin off the side of the boat and obliterates it.
Explodes.
You just see a gush, just a giant explosion of blood and guts, and I just kind of sit there like, do you feel bad about that, or?
No, not really.
Okay, want to make sure. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
How much tea do I go through in those 4 days, by the way?
It depends on how much you want to drink.
Well, I drink one with every meal. And then one between every meal.
Okay, so we'll say 3/4 of your tea is gone by the time you reach the
3/4?
island.
damn.
You're the one over here
Dante's gonna
saying,
actually, like, look over very concerned, like,
drink a lot of tea, man. What the fuck do you want?
Is that like a
Pound and a
drug
half
he's
of tea.
drinking?
I don't know. Is that how he smuggles it?
I don't know. I hear the cat people can get stuff really easily.
I think they just dig the puppy up the kitten eyes and
Do I hear them say it? Do I roll perception?
What are you talking about?
what if this is just a dull whisper? Like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Sure, you can. What's your passive perception?
Dante's being completely quiet when you.
Oh, that's an 11.
Yeah, you don't hear anything. You hear nothing.
They love me.
They just do it. They just do cat.
Do I hear them talking about this?
What's your passive perception?
26.
Yes, you hear everything from the ship.
What the fuck?
Clerics, man.
All right, I want to walk over to them as they're saying this and just confirm all their suspicions and walk away.
Wow. I knew it. We weren't just being racist. Stereotypes are true.
He did kill the dog.
All right. Wait.
I'm gonna go quote this one.
One of the crew, who is overhearing this, reaches into his back pocket, pulls out a mirror, and starts like shining a little light on the deck, trying to catch the cat's attention and get him to pounce on it.
Oh, I hate you. Wait, do I roll something to not do that? Or do I just shoot an arrow into his name?
It's up to you what you want to do.
Darko's gonna
Okay.
go over to the shiny thing and step on it.
Dante's like
Wait,
trying to
okay.
no, stop.
I'm
He's grabbing his like back of his coat.
I'm gonna shoot.
But it's
I'm
shiny.
gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot the mirror. That's what I want to do.
Roll an attack.
Just a normal one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Why would you do that?
A 19. Yeah, you shoot an arrow at the shiny spot, but then it moves right after it.
No, not
your arrow.
not the shiny spot, the mirror.
Oh, okay. I thought
You wanna shoot the mirror.
you were going for the shiny spot. No, okay,
No.
yeah, you you shoot the
big
mirror
word.
out of the guy's hand. And he goes, ah, fuck.
Where did the shiny thing go?
It was nowhere. Your imagination.
Well, it was only a bit of fun. Walks away.
Oh wait, who's the one that said we weren't just being racist?
With a passive perception of
I walked
11,
over and
you
I
have no idea.
confirmed what they were saying. I just said, yeah, that's all true.
Whoa.
I'm
So
trying to figure
so
out
I
who
guess
said
me.
it though.
He's
'cause
just
I wanna
kinda-
quote them.
okay, so you're gonna see Dante after like he's gonna be reprimanding Draco like, why would you step on the shiny thing? It was all in your
It was
head.
shiny. It was moving.
No, it's just all in your head.
Oh. Okay.
Did they leave the broken piece of mirror just sitting on the deck?
The mirror is shattered into several pieces on the deck.
Is there like not like a super small piece, but like a piece around the side
Mage
of, like,
hand
palm of
away
your
from
hand?
him.
Sure.
Mage hand away from him.
Sure. For a Goliath, every piece is a small piece. But yeah, you could find a pretty sized one. Pretty good sized chunk of mirror if you wanted to.
No, put it down. I'm mage handing.
All right, then
This is on
I
the
take
top,
that.
right?
Okay.
I just put it in like my back pocket or something.
Your mage hand can only do 5 pounds of force at a time. Not nearly enough to wrest it from a Goliath's grasp.
He's kind of.
Oh no, this is me. This is
You
the
just
human.
see-
Oh, okay, never mind. Still,
This is the drunk human.
the mage hand is about enough to lift small objects, and that's about it.
Yeah, so he's like, I like to think there's like a large like maroon red hand like attempting. He just pinches a piece of glass, and then with one yank it disappears. Just, oh, no, put that down. You know what? I don't care. Do whatever you want.
You can make an invisible hand.
Yeah. What about it?
What else can magic tricks can you do?
Are you? Okay. I can.
You can draw a dick on his forehead with prestidigitation.
No, I actually didn't pick that up.
Stays for an hour.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh damn it!
it's
All right,
pretty
never
great.
BG, I'm gonna make one edit to my sheet.
No, you can't have presto now. Pick it up when you pick up another cantrip.
Damn it! Fuck.
Wait, don't you
I
have?
should have casted mending on that mirror.
Did
and
you
just
did you
taken
keep
the
the hat of
entire
wizardry or no?
Uno momento. I don't think I'd be. Yes, I did actually.
There you go. So you can cast prestidigitation once,
Okay. I think
once before a long rest.
worth it. So here, I'm gonna show you what my clan used to do.
Hmm.
So and he's move here. Is there any
Draco
hair?
kind of like
on
sits
his
on the
forehead?
ground.
Is there what?
Is there any hair on his forehead?
No, he's completely bald.
Oh, this is good. He has a devilish grin. Get it? Get it? Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
Is it
Showing
because is it because he's evil?
It's because he's an Azamar.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry guys, I picked up the I picked up the masked feature. No wait, what was that? Faceless. There we go. I picked up the faceless background by accident. You guys think I'm a tiefling, but I'm an Azamar. But
Our
anyway,
secret
he's
identity
going-
is the devil.
is an Azamar. So anyway, he's going to feel you're gonna feel a little prick. Just start moving as he starts drawing on your forehead, all across your bald head.
Mhm. Are you giving me another tattoo?
No, this is only temporary, but it's a
Oh.
sign of great respect in my culture.
Oh, okay.
And there's just going to be 2 large circles on the front, and then just a large shaft leading to the back of his neck, and then the head.
Cool. So you've got a cock and balls on your head for the next hour.
You know,
Wait,
Pat him
I
on
can't
the-
see my forehead. How do I see it?
Use the mirror.
use the mirror.
I take out the piece of the mirror.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
It's definitely
you
a glowing magical cock and balls on your head.
think this is a joke? He's gonna like grab Dante.
uh, Virgil's laughing like across the room. Or across
He's
the
only
deck.
gonna say
Across the
one
deck.
word. Worth it.
How far can I
That's
throw
2
him?
words.
Make a strike check.
Shit, they gave him one more before he was let out the door.
I'm just gonna Draco's gonna just put him down. It's like,
Thank you, big guy. Appreciate it. It'll only go away in a few hours.
I will remember this.
Oh, well, really? You sure?
Probably. It needs.
At the top right-hand corner of everyone's screen, everyone liked that. Then right below it, Draco did not like that.
Worth it.
All right, so various hijinks aside, we'll go ahead and skip to day 4 of your journey, wherein you have traveled to the island proper. Eventually, early on in the 4th day of your travel, you hear the land ho call from aboard the deck, and everyone kind of rushes out to take a look. Eventually, over the horizon, you can see a small, relatively low island, not a whole lot of elevation, with a smattering of palm trees and ferns from what you can see from a distance, and a wide beach. The captain will swing the ship around and go into like this little bay area around this portion of it, and then eventually anchor, and then gather you all together. So, you had your orders. Mine are simply to get you here. I will be aboard the ship for 2 days. If you're not back by then, we'll send a party after you to reclaim whatever corpses you've left behind, or whatever else has happened. And we will take off. So, be quick about it. Take one of the rowboats, paddle on over to shore, and get to work. We'll be right offshore if you need us.
Alright. Zoom! Alright, so who's gonna start rowing?
We're not gonna do rolls for rowing. You guys are fine.
Who's
I look
gonna
at
start
Draco.
rowing?
I look at Draco. I bet you can't get us to the shore in under a minute.
That's a challenge.
All right, now we're doing rolls for make an athletics check.
Meanwhile,
Can
Okay, well,
backseat get on this?
Draco gets you there in just about 58 seconds
you
from
have
the shore.
Dante just like clinging to Draco for dear life.
I can just imagine him taking 2 giant paddles and just.
Yeah, you're leaving a wake behind you, which does not normally happen when one rows a rowboat.
Dante is just
Yeah,
trying to
like
understand.
Virgil's just chilling in the back of the boat, the cigar smoke just trailing behind him as moving so fast.
Yeah.
I would have maybe not. I wouldn't have smoked all my cigars. I would have smoked maybe like 2 cigars over the trip. So I think I'd have. I'd be on number.
You take care of your own cigars.
Yeah.
Okay. In just about 58 seconds,
Function.
you all make landfall
It's just.
and arrive on the beach.
This
And,
doesn't make any sense. This physically is not possible.
It has become I big, and the boat is small.
Can't argue with that.
Let us go. So hop off the boat.
Dante's gonna question his sanity in the corner.
So, as a reminder, you guys are here to scout the island and see if there's a place, a safe-ish place, to set up a settlement. That's what you're here to kind of scout. Others of
Yes,
you
is
have
this-
different have other auxiliary shit, but for the general purposes of this group, that is what you're here to do.
Out of curiosity, VG, is this the island for the thing, or is it a different island?
This is the island for the thing.
Is this the one where it happened?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey, big man.
Hmm?
That was all it was. Hey, big man.
Yes.
You might walk with me. I want to try and find something.
Okay. He's gonna follow
How far y'all going?
the cigar man.
Okay. The rest
By
of
the
you,
way,
what are the rest of you doing?
I
You
have
follow?
my- yeah,
Are we splitting
yeah,
the party
if
early?
anyone's
What's going on?
following-
No, yeah. Like Dante.
If anyone else is following me, I'm not gonna stop them.
Dante's kind of like, where are you guys going?
I don't know. I'm following the man with the cigar. Would you
Sure.
like to follow?
By the way, I have my rapier out. It's like on a loose. It's like I'm holding it very loosely, so it's not good to like just have it out that much.
Man, you gotta ask them.
It's a bit of a personal thing, but I didn't feel like I would. I don't know what it's gonna be there when I get to it.
We come here for a job.
I guess.
In case you must know, I'm an archaeologist by trade. I enjoy looking into old history,
Archeo, what now?
I'm just digging up other things.
studying old things, big man.
Ah, okay.
I thought it was digging.
My mentor came here to see a certain tomb. Came back, and not long after he told me about what happened, turned to dust.
That sounds like a Magic Man job. Dante!
No. Dante's like putting up his hands, like, yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Plus, we came.
It's your fault.
A tomb, you say?
Oh,
It could be treasure.
what would I? Knowledge, maybe.
Was your mentor the only person to visit this tomb prior? Or were there others?
He was the only one that got out alive.
Well, if he's dust now, he's dead, so...
He was alive when he got out of the tomb.
Oh, okay.
He managed to get back to.
Well, if you know where the tomb is, then let's go.
The thing is, I know it's on this island, but that's about all I do.
Well,
Oh. Then why am I following you?
Simple. I'm the only one that may have something from it that may help give us a hand here. That, and since I was the one who knows the tomb's on the island, figured I'd take point. Unless you want to go first, big man.
Just tell me where to go.
Just keep walking until we find something looking old as shit.
what? Hey, BG,
Mm-hmm.
why were we brought to this island?
You were brought to find a place to settle on it.
We're pioneers.
Hey, if there's a remnant of civilization, that makes sense. Because if there's already structures built, you might be able to repurpose it for your own means.
Aye. And if it's a big tomb, there could be a lot of people inside who live there.
I'm gonna.
And
take,
if there's natives, we can just slaughter them all.
That too.
Because I have a free hand, I'm gonna take off my hat.
Sorry.
I didn't realize I would need two hands to get this out, so I'm gonna put my rapier back in the sheath, and I'm gonna take out the scarab.
Okay.
This is something my mentor brought back.
It's a golden scarab about the size of a 50-cent piece, with
It
a
looks like a
small jewel inset into its back.
Okay.
It's a shiny bug.
Listen, I have no problem with this. How else?
And I'm assuming due to my archaeologist background, I know it has nothing similar to any civilization I know of in how the scarab was made. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know what the question was. What was that? What the hell did you just say?
That's a lot of words.
I just a bit of word on.
Okay, hold on. Try again. You were cutting out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
assuming that due to with the make of the scarab, I can tell it's none of those.
you can determine its monetary value, but that's about it.
Uh, no, I'm saying like I can tell it's at least no known civilization or culture.
Okay, so that particular part of your background only applies to the tomb. If you're talking about an object that you found in one, then it would be to determine monetary value.
Ah, fair. Could I determine monetary value?
Yeah, it's a pretty good piece. It's probably 50 to 100 gold, just about. If you were to pawn it somewhere.
This piece alone, normally it'd be worth about 50 to 100 gold, but given how everything else Memento was carrying on his person, well, aside from his hat, thankfully, everything else he had on him turned to dust except for this.
Well, okay, but
Oh.
I just
What I'm thinking is, whatever kind of curse or magic or some kind of thing that happened to him, this has something to do with it. I'm gonna put the scarab back in the hat pocket and plop it back in my head.
okay. Let's also just try our best to find somewhere to settle for this colony, right?
Well, that too, but if there's a cursed tomb on the island, I doubt anyone's gonna want to settle nearby.
That's fair, but that wasn't our job. That's my point.
Well,
I have no problem with it.
Admittedly, I had other reasons going on this little trip.
Okay. I gave someone my word that I would complete a task, and I will complete it to the best of my ability. That's all I'm saying. And again, I have no worries with this. I'd be happy to help you with this. Just that's my priority where it stands. Okay.
By the way, you guys know that you guys see that when I have with my and I see, probably have seen the blade of my rapier. You can tell there's like a sheen of frost over the blade. That's a thing. No, lead the way, big man. Just pick a direction. We'll find it eventually. Well, a direction is not back towards the beach.
While that's happening, BG, I want to look for open land, somewhere that looks like any landmarks, like a river or clean, fresh source of water, shelter, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Cool. Make a survival check.
Roger, Roger. Oh shoot, forgot. I still have the. Friend says I do a better droid impression. Roger, Roger.
Also, I'm assuming I never checked the beetle for magic, or did I check it? I probably would have checked in the time that I got, so that I could identify.
Beetle's not magic. It's just it's just an arty beetle.
Oh shoot.
Hey, Dante's never looked for that shit in his life, and it shows.
Sorry. Okay, so you'll just see, like, at some point, Dante will start, like, falling behind him, just stare at a tree branch. Like, not even, no, a tree branch, just a bundle of trees, and be like...
Did I roll survival as well?
Yeah, sure.
Are we looking at a tree now?
Huh? No, we're looking...
Well, I'm rolling survival to see if I make sure we're able to find our way back in case we're...
Oh, I remember.
No, I'm looking... This looks like a good place they could settle, right?
I have Outlander background, so I remember like everywhere.
What a
You're
quality
about
boy,
3 feet into the tree line. So.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta start committing to memory the path you go quickly, otherwise you're gonna lose it very equally as quickly.
We turn around and walk 3 feet.
So Dante's still staring. Yeah, this place works, right?
Literally talking about when we move further in, like tracing a path all the way.
You have an Outlander. It's not a problem.
We have
Yes,
2 days.
I remember everywhere I go.
Alright, go ahead.
I've traveled a lot, So,
You're up front, so you're leading us.
all right. I still don't know where I'm going, so we're going to continue.
Yeah, I literally just said
Wandering around the island.
because I don't know exactly where it is. I just know it's on the island.
Hey, wait.
Let's head towards the center.
Do you have any give me an hour, I could try and help our odds.
Here, if this makes you feel any better, and he's gonna whip out his cleaver and smack one of the trees that are nearby.
Ah, worse.
Tree falls over. He's...
That's our marker. I will
What?
do that about every
What?
20 feet.
No.
That's a good marker. I'm gonna disagree with that.
Here, Dante, you have something to say. I don't know what that language
Powering down.
Powering down.
is. He's gonna set the cleaver on his shoulder and point forward, and continue to walk.
You know, I don't know how much.
We're just gonna look at Dante. Where's the man?
About like, I think I'd say like every 50 feet, he's just gonna go cut down a tree.
All right.
Instantly just ducks every time.
You know, I'm pretty sure my bow could cut down a tree.
If you fired enough arrows at it, yeah.
Give it an hour, right?
Alrighty.
No.
So-
I mean, my special bow.
Draco, go ahead and make me a survival check.
Survival.
Gotcha. Still got
Slightly better. Draco has no idea where the fuck he's going, but he's going with purpose.
He's going with me.
He's going with confidence.
Yes, I head towards middle of island, and then we can go from there.
Hey, Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Never done this before. So
Oh.
I'd like to ask
Can
you a
I,
question.
as we're walking, ritual cast detect magic?
Sure. Let Braddock ask this question though.
You can cast rituals just as you're moving and stuff. I don't have to stay dead still for an hour.
No, you're fine.
Awesome.
Unless it's
what-
like tiny hut or something. If it's
Gotcha.
something easy like detect magic, I won't worry about it. But
I was trying find familiar.
oh well, that needs ritual
That needs-
to do. Yeah, because it needs like you just sit down and draw a circle, summoning circle, and then do the.
Uh-oh.
If you have it and you haven't already cast it, then that's your problem. But I always assume that when you start with find familiar, you have your familiar out.
I got
Does
you.
it make sense to just do that?
Again, never used.
Well, we'll just say that the familiar is active. And you can call it to you in whatever form you want.
Gotcha.
Hey, I just had a thought. If we have two wizards, can they just copy each other's spells?
Yeah,
So they
technically
can
yes.
copy what spells the other doesn't have.
Yeah, as long as it's a spell in your spell book, you can spend the gold and the time and copy each other's shit down.
Because I imagine I probably have some spells that he does not.
Maybe
Maybe.
you'll have to see. Either way, you guys are kind of bumbling through the forest here, with a rough idea of where to go. It takes you quite a while, and you guys are walking for like 5-6 hours before eventually it's getting so late in the day you're like, okay, we either gotta push on or find a place to make camp.
Wait, did I hear camp? Dante's been like over dramatic, like being overly dramatic with each like
My comfort. Oh,
like this isn't like back home. Back home they served me food when we walked.
you've been gone
Are
for
you a
5
rich
days. And you're like,
person?
oh, what I wouldn't do for a warm bed and a pillow.
And a tower. Wait. Wait. Let me know when we need camp, and hopefully that will help. And
Are we stopping already?
when? Not saying now. When?
Oh.
I'll be fine.
Draco's gonna like rub his chin and kind of like pick where to go.
Eeny, meeny, miny, that way.
Wait,
Kill the dragon, rip its
Can I
tail
look
that
around?
way.
Can I look around and try just like spot a clearing where we could set up camp?
Sure, make a
I could
perception
make a
check.
clearing.
Make a perception check.
I can make it. I am the clearing.
By the way, right now, VG, my AC is 19.
If you change it on your sheet,
mage
it'll
armor.
be changed on your token.
Yeah, but I would have to
23.
pop mage armor this whole time.
Oh! Variant human individuals be like.
So you're like, "Ah, fuck, we need to find a place to stop. And you're looking through the trees, and you're like, I think that's a clearing over there.
I'm gonna tap Draco on his shoulder. Be like, what about over there? That good?
Perhaps. Let us walk. He's head towards that clearing.
By the way, I've been making sure I recast Detect Magic once it runs out.
Sure.
So I'm just keeping my radar going. It's still ritual casting. I don't have any material points I need to spend for it. So
Yeah, good to know.
Real quick.
All right, so you guys walk over to there. There is a clearing. And when you walk into the clearing, you're like, okay, cool. We found a break in the trees. And as you cross a tree line, you see that on this is a clearing area, but it's a very, very large clearing. Clearly, nothing like this would have happened normally on the island because of the foliage is so dense. Something would have grown here, you think, over time.
Magic person, is there something magic here?
Detect
know.
magic is not going off. If you take a minute to
which
walk
one
around
did
the
it?
thing, detect magic does not go off.
Oddly familiar or strange. Nothing's growing.
As I'm walking around the clearing, does Detect Magic pick anything up?
I just said no. No, detect magic does not hit anything. There's a it's a clearing. There's not a whole lot. There's like short grass and dirt. Not a whole lot of like trees or anything like that. There's a couple of boulders lying around, but other than that, it's just a large clearing.
Gotcha.
Draco's gonna walk into the middle of the field and slam his cleaver into the middle of the ground.
Okay, you bury your cleaver in the ground a little bit. Yep.
I thought there'd been something here.
Want to call my familiar. Basically, a raven shows up, preaches on his arm, and I want to send him up. What's my max range?
It's like 100 feet or something like that.
I'd send it 100 feet in the air, just get a skyward view of not just this the clearing, but the opening area itself. Is there any tracks or?
Okay, make a perception check for the raven.
Gotcha. Is it just myself or?
No, you get look up a raven in the compendium and then do its perception check.
Oh shit! I should have done an owl, lol. If I knew it was more than flavor. Big small brain time. Raven 5E. Monster. You have that plus 3 to perception. Damn, it's more perceptive than me. Okay.
That's why you got it.
Oh, that's why I have it.
Pretty nice. All right, so this clearing that you have is not the only one that you can see when you get a bird's eye view of this thing. There's another one to your south. You'd think it'd probably take you half a day to get there. Apart from that, you can't make out any other details other than there's just like a patch of trees missing. Everything else, you can't really tell any other details about it other than that.
It's a lot more clear
The boulders that I mentioned in this clearing, from above, have a very distinctive pattern to them.
Elaborate.
They range from larger to smaller in a way that is obviously intentional. They're lined up around, or not, they're lined up in almost a straight line going toward the innermost section of the island.
Alright. Dante would open his eyes. I think I saw something. So, this is first off, this isn't the only clearing I've seen with the familiar. He appears back on his arm.
Draco's gonna walk back over there.
And I think it may be directing us to head inward, island more. It's a marker. He's here. He's gonna point to how the rocks go smaller, and say maybe it's for us to an arrow of some sort or a marker.
But which way?
Inward, inland.
Southwest.
Southwest. Do we want to rest or head southwest?
How many hours of sunlight do we still have?
About 10 minutes.
10 whole minutes of sunlight?
I'm fine walking in the dark. I don't know about the rest though.
I say we set out first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Draco's gonna go cut down a tree to make a fireplace.
You don't. You no. You.
Hmm.
Draco,
Yes.
calm yourself. Take a deep breath, and now I'm gonna go give you some. No, close your eyes. Okay,
Okay. Draco closes his eyes.
and do that for 10 minutes. Count to 10 minutes.
How do I count to 10 minutes?
Count to 60 10 times.
I can count to the number past 11.
Count to 11 a lot of times. Now shut up. I'm working here.
1. 11.
Oh.
5.
Alright, you're casting the tower, I'm assuming.
I hope so.
Yeah, okay. So after a short bit of time, you watch as with Dante taking a couple of rocks and sticks in his hands, kind of swirling them around and closing his eyes. You watch as a 2-story tower begins to shimmer into existence in the middle of the clearing, made out of stone and wood in places. It's got a door. What
Well, I'll be.
what two
Well,
what
wait.
2 rooms are you doing for your tower?
We will be doing a a bedroom. I only get one bedroom.
You get to choose 2 rooms, and they can be
Gotcha.
whatever you want from those.
I got you. A bedroom with a. I'll take a bedroom and a lounge.
So, when it finishes forming, it's like this. It's like the standard like wizard tower, 2 stories tall, made out of stone. It's got like the whatever it is, the ramparts along the top of it, and a couple of windows you can see. Dante walking inside, you open the door, and looking in there, you can see that there are a collection of footstools and velvet couches, with a a lounge. It's got a couple of tables, a couple of wooden tables in there for you.
Couches.
And then at one end of the room, there's a ladder that leads up to a hatch to the 2nd floor.
So, first off, it's my room. Since this is my tower, also, the door is 5 foot, but the whole like the entire rooms and everything are 10 foot high, but the door itself is 5 foot. So he's gonna he's gonna duck in and then turn back and look
I still
at
have
everyone.
to count. My
Yes,
eyes are still closed.
I think that maybe he'll fall asleep out there.
You've been saying random words for the last 9 minutes because you don't know any other numbers.
Oh, wait. I
Before
can
this
count in
finishes,
giant.
Truz is just
1,
passed
2,
out on the
3. He's gonna
ground.
start speaking in giant. Counting.
Wait, I can count in giant. I
What
don't
is
know
he?
the common.
Is he casting a spell? The language of gods he speaks. Alright. But yes, he's gonna say. He wants to see Draco try and get into the room with the 5 foot door.
Draco's gonna like open one of his eyes and then realize that there's a tower. Goes, I think I had my eyes closed longer than 10 minutes.
Yes. No. Come on in. Fast worker.
I can't fit through this door.
You can fit.
It's gonna like crawl in.
Nothing like a little funny to stop myself from being reminded that I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere with people I've barely met.
You
And-
could have moved the roof a little bit taller. My head is almost there.
Haha. I'm going to my bed.
You have a
I
good
see.
2 feet of clearance in each room.
I can touch it with my hand.
No, there's 100. It's 100 square feet.
I know, but 10 feet tall. So he's got 2 feet
Oh.
before his head hits the ceiling.
I'm 8 feet tall.
He does a calf raise. Oh, hey, Dante.
His head just-
Oh, hey, Dante. This is a nice bedroom you have here.
Oh, nice bedroom. Yes. Is there a fireplace in this place?
There is on the opposite end of the room.
Draco's gonna go sit in front of the fireplace and place his large cleaver next to him. And sit there.
Before the tower even appeared, Trez fell asleep on the ground outside the tower, like listening to Draco
When-
count. So he's just passed out outside.
It was so soothing. Dante would. Oh, you. Somebody helping me get him in here. I don't want him getting mauled by whatever could be out here.
Oh,
No, no.
Draco's gonna crawl outside and start
Oh.
dragging him in.
He's just like Dante has more and more anxiety every time you get anywhere near the door now.
One day, he's gonna like wake up in the morning, not realize, and just bust through the door.
He's gonna have a nightmare. No, he's gonna roll over and shake the whole building. Just gonna like stretch, put a hole in it.
Oh, oops! The whole tower falls in.
All right.
Draco's gonna drag him inside, or we'll pick him up, so to say.
Dante will sit by an armchair, kind of lean back, enjoy life.
Are you a royal, Dante? One of
Not
those
really.
kings?
No, I just there's nothing really to say about my parents. I lived my own life, trained and studied, and now I'm here. That's how I'd like.
So you're a magician? Why did you choose to pick a magician? There's like a
Excuse
lot of
me.
other jobs you could pick.
No. I have a question, and I wanted to answer. I'm a man on a mission.
What's your question? I could probably answer it.
I don't think you could. It's quite difficult. I haven't answered it yet.
Oh, it's your own question. Okay.
How do I get out of this plane?
Plane?
Here,
Like,
this entire world.
I mean, I can take you around. He's picked up the clay. If that's what you mean, but I don't think that would be very healthy if you died. Uh-oh. Hello?
Did everyone die? What happened?
I don't know. Oh, Dante oofed.
Oh, he died. Okay, cool. Well, Dante passes out in the middle of the floor, in the middle of your conversation.
rude.
Um,
Having a good conversation.
in the meantime, anyone else have anything else they want to do?
After being rudely interrupted from his sleep, being dragged inside, he puts away his flask properly this time, and then falls asleep on the ground of the tower.
Draco's gonna sleep in front of the fireplace, and I will be back in like 10 minutes. I need to go help my pa move some stuff to the attic real quick, so I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll just hold it off for 10 minutes while we wait quietly, silently through the night. So you guys eventually, find places to sleep. I'm assuming Dante fucking takes the upstairs bedroom, which is only a one-person bedroom, and the rest of y'all have to sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
So you guys can like set up, post it around the room. It's a pretty wide tower, so it's not like there's not enough room for you guys to sleep around. And eventually you guys can find yourselves to sleep. Is anyone doing watches, or are we all just sleeping with the door closed?
I'll take first watch if no one else will.
I'll take second watch.
Hey, I'm sorry about that. My father walked in.
Cool.
Uh,
We're setting up watch.
Gotcha, Draco. You want to continue that roleplay or no?
He went to go do some stuff in an attic.
Oh,
So
excuse me.
We'll,
In my attic?
we'll figure it out later.
What are you doing in my attic?
Not your attic, his real life attic.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Hey, you can't agree with me. That's bullying.
Well, I think that's
Meh.
self-depreciation, if anything.
Self-depreciation.
How
is not a
wide
word.
is the Elder's Tower?
It's 100 square feet, circular tower. So 10 by 10.
Do I have windows too, right?
Yeah, you got
Because
small
I could,
windows.
well, something I could have done magic. So if it was small enough, I could have done magic circle around it.
It's not that small. I think Magic Circle is what, like it's a
10-foot
does it have
radius.
10-foot radius? Yeah, no, not close. You could, if you had alarm, you could set up alarm around the edge of it.
Nope.
Yeah. Didn't think of that, now did you?
And I
Wait,
actually
maybe.
can't. I don't even think I can cast it because I don't think I have enough gold for the components for those. Oh no, never mind. I do buy a lot.
Yeah, one of the things with casters is if you have a spell, you have the components for one casting of it if it uses up components.
Really?
Yes,
Gosh,
that's what I start off with. If you want to buy more, you can buy more, but starting off a game, you'll have enough components for one casting unless you buy more.
I gotta talk to you more about
Oh.
every situation.
Well, and I get a bunch of gold back because I took gold out for Revivify. So I'm
But you
gonna
could just
fix
have
that
extra
real quick.
charges of Revivify if you wanted to.
Yo, that's a team
yeah.
player though. You're a true homie. I appreciate you.
Yeah, if you wanted to have more than one charge of Revivify, that would also be a thing.
You took a look at the party and just said, "Dude, somebody's gonna die."
Yeah, basically my whole spell list is no, don't touch me. You can stand back up. That's all I have.
That's amazing. I like that build. I wasn't familiar with your cleric. What does the class do?
So basically, my class is
It's a mix
don't
of
even know.
it's a mix of the other different cleric subclasses.
God,
Yeah.
It takes bits and pieces from the other normal subclasses and puts them together in this weird little package.
That's pretty interesting. So,
yeah.
okay, I like that.
It basically my channel divinity doesn't do as much, but I have a bigger spell list pretty much.
Cool. Yeah, no. I think what I'm gonna be playing soon, Oath of the Crown, and that's gonna be really fun. Yeah, Oath of the Crown, Paladin. Whoa, those are really cool. No, Oath of Vengeance. In one of my friends' games that I'm kind of hyped about.
Yeah.
Oath of the Crown is fun.
Yeah, as well as Oath of Devotion.
He has an Oath of the Crown Paladin in the companion game to this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
PG. I have a question real quick.
Mhm.
How much is a never-ending flask? Because I just took out 200 gold pieces for it,
That sounds about
but I
right.
wasn't really sure. Okay.
Also,
Cool.
VG. I warned you. I literally said, "Don't give me hope," and then you gave me hope.
Look, man, it was all up to the party what they wanted to do. They had four
I
different places they could go to, and one of them would
Yeah,
have
there was a
seen you playing
1 in
Draxus
4
again.
chance.
It's fine. I knew they would go for the Fayfall one because they were just close to it. So
It's the closest one to say.
Yeah.
Eh. No, you want to know what
Also,
I want
I took first watch, so I think I need to roll perception.
yes, everyone who's taking watch, roll me a perception check.
Will do.
I'll take third one.
Sure.
I sleep in my comfy bed.
Damn.
Why are y'all like this?
A natural 20 for a 21, and then a non-natural 20 for a 29.
I only have a +1 modifier to wisdom, and I don't have proficiency.
I
So
know.
fuck off.
That's pretty good, though.
No. Yeah, you got a nat 20. Who's giving you shit?
It's pretty great.
Yeah, what are you gonna play
Um,
about it? We're gonna yell at you over nat 20?
So throughout
God damn it! Why would you roll in that 20?
throughout both of your watches, it's relatively quiet, save for the sounds of nature outside. On both of your watches, though, however, you hear, you think you hear like this slight whispering noise somewhere in the room. You just hear like real quiet somewhere else, and you're like, "What the fuck was that?" You look around,
Is
Nothing's
it their
there.
Language?
you're like, "Must have been the wind," and then no,
Is
it was
like
indistinguishable
a
whispering.
particular language, or is it just? It's just
Uh, the tabaxi falls asleep on the job several times during the night.
Now, what happened was I was too busy writing in my spell shard.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, what I was writing was, I hate these people. They all suck. I hope they die. There you go.
The end.
Who hurt
Yeah.
you? Who
Everyone.
hurt you?
Well, it happened on a warm, rainy day. My father was a fisher.
My father was a drinker.
Yeah, right. You want to know how I got these scars?
That was pretty
someone
good.
got
That was
the,
pretty
someone
good.
got the reference.
You want to know how I got declawed? They corralled me and put me in a box, and then they carried that
awful,
box to a
Conrad.
strange place. They took this tool and snipped him off.
You know, declawing is actually starting to be illegal in certain states because the declawing actually takes off a chunk of their toe that fucks with the mouth.
Yep.
Yeah, but they could fuck up your couch.
Well, yeah,
So,
but
like,
the
What is
you know,
declawing?
priorities.
declawing actually started to be considered animal cruelty.
What is declawing? I don't know what this is.
It's when they take the claws out of a pet so that they
They
don't
like
rip
cut
up
off
furniture
your
and
cat's
stuff.
toes, basically.
Ew, no, thank you. I get it. I understand. But god
Just
dang.
go out and buy a
Yeah,
scratching
there's
post
a
for 20
reason why
bucks.
people are making them illegal. It's starting to become illegal in the states.
Poor kitty. This guy right here, right next to me, will never be declawed because he's too scared to do anything about anything. If he ever starts to do anything involving clawing the sofa, we just run at him and he freaks out and runs away.
Just fucking zoom.
Yeah,
Zoom.
he's weird. He's a weird cat. He's scared of literally everything and freaks out if you touch him and tries to get away from you as far as you can, to the point where, like, if you like go down and just like try and just touch his back, he'll flatten all the way down to the floor to try to get away from you, like he's playing limbo or something.
Dude, cats are fucking
He's a
stupid
weirdo.
and adorable.
He's a little goofball.
Little goofball. Yeah.
Um,
I wanted to. Oh no, you want to hear? You remember that gentleman I posted about in D&D stories, right?
that one guy who can't run his game correctly, or the guy that is the result of a guy who can't run his game correctly.
I mean, yeah, yeah. No, fucking the gentleman who's the result of somebody who can't run their game properly.
Yeah.
That gentleman. He changed his name to dot 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 dot. I'm getting shades of Eli from him. It's kind of frustrating.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that gentleman. Is... I think that was the best moment I've had so
fucking-
far.
How stupid can you be? Holy
I
fuck.
know. No, like
It was a hilarious moment, to be fair. She's like,
Because
everyone's
Edgy-
crying, like, oh man, we loved you. You didn't have to sacrifice yourself. And then one of you just goes, why didn't you just throw the bomb instead of blowing yourself up?
and then everybody just goes, "Yeah, he's a fucking idiot." Yeah, burn him.
It's fucking great.
Somebody actually burned the letter he left for us before anybody could read it.
Good.
I was like, oh,
Wow. Oh man. The
that's-
shame. The shame.
that's bullying.
He probably took a good chunk of IRL psychic damage for that one.
Dude, and then like I think I incapacitated him when I jumped in. You know, originally he was like, for some reason he started talking in Morse code and started insulting us, and I said, "Fuck, I'll probably never be able to talk to this person again. But what if I put in Morse code? Why didn't you throw it?" Like, I think I'd just be banned from that server instantly.
That would be hilarious though.
Fuck, it would
That'd be a
worth
way
it.
to go out, to be fair.
That'd be a way. No, that's a power play. But dude, I still gotta get my TPK going.
Alright. I think we've stalled enough time. We'll get Hero back in a minute. So, at the end of the night, other than the whispering, relatively uneventful. The sun rises through the windows of the tower, and you guys come to consciousness, and the day is yours.
Alright. So, here's what I suggest. We could either go see that clearance or something else there, or we can go somewhere else and try and find something else going on.
What if we we can continue more inland, which I think that's where the cave that you're referring to is. But otherwise,
Hey. Cave, tomb. There's a difference.
okay. The tomb inland is probably inland due to the marker, and I'm also kind of just worried about the employer. I don't want any issues of them sending a search party out for us when we're not dead. We're just not communicating because there's no need for
The fact they only gave us 2 days to search out this whole damn island honestly wasn't a smart move by them. Man. No way, no how.
Dante's drugs.
Yeah, well,
With how
our job is to find what if this island is safe or not for civilization. So I think searching through the clearings, or at least walking from clearing to clearing, is probably our best bet to determine safety.
and if it's not safe, we just kill them.
Even a shorter expedition, those generally take at least a week.
Okay, we can try communicating with them. Be like, hey, we need more time. Island's large. We've found some tomb that could be dangerous. So give us more time. Sorry, law.
Well, I'm assuming while we're discussing what to do, we're just chilling in Dante's tower.
Yeah, we got a lounge room
Yep.
for a reason, and he's taking the comfiest armchair that has DV engraved on it because, god damn it, God damn it. God damn it, Dante.
Because he's a fancy boy.
He's a fan.
Yeah, you guys. There's a lounge with like several red velvet armchairs. You guys are sitting around a table discussing this over, I'm assuming, tea or something.
Hey, I'm not sharing my tea. I only have 1/4 left.
Fuck, maybe you shouldn't be drinking all of it.
I did not drink all of it. But, 2 pounds is like half a year's worth of tea. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You're a tea glutton. What are you talking about? Of course you drink all that tea in one day.
I only
You're
drink
like a
I'm
cup.
kidding. No.
one every
Look,
4
if
hours
it's
between
really
everything.
that big of a point of contention, then you drink as much as tea as you think you drink, and you do it. Then I won't worry about your inventory.
We're not gonna have a. What do you mean? I want to have an argument about tea consumption. But anyway, Dante again. Just
He's just carrying
Okay.
around bricks of tea.
bricks of tea.
It's wrapped.
Stuff it in the walls of
It's
the
wrapped.
tower.
It's wrapped like
I
drugs.
would have bricks of tea. Do you know how much bricks of tea you would have with 2 pounds?
Yeah, you'd have about 2 pounds of tea.
Okay, fucking listen here.
Got him. Got him.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Dante. No, we're just chilling in one of the chairs with a cigar in his.
Alrighty. Well, again, the day is yours. So
Yep. I really think we just need to settle down and say what we're gonna do next. 'Cause I want to go search for a settlement, get back to them, speak, and say, hey, there's these points of.
Oh, I already know why I'm here on this island.
Well, what can we do? Where can we all settle in a compromise?
Well, these 2 clearings, as we've already been able to figure out, aren't natural. Related to some.
All I'm saying is,
It
I think
belongs
we
to
should
these-
go as far as we can into the island, searching clearing to clearing. As soon as we get to the point where we don't think we should go any further, head to the beach. I'll cast sending to the Triton, whose name to Viaga.
You'll learn this.
Yeah, Viaga. Fuck it. to
Fuck it,
Viaga.
we're doing it live.
I didn't write down the pronunciation. Viaga. And then at that point, we can tell her approximately where we are on the island, and then she can come around and get us. Ideally, that should happen, or what is ideally that's what we would happen. That's my 2 cents. But if you guys want to do something different, we can do something different.
I like that idea. I like the fact that we're still progressing your goals, Virgil.
What's your character's name? 11?
Truz.
I should probably change it from Kazdan, by the way.
I know I should. I got rid of the nickname on my screen. I will change it.
Yeah, it's still there on the game chat version of you. And Truz is not on the sidebar.
Imagine not having a nickname.
I changed it.
Was it? Where were we on the ship for like a week?
4 days.
No, 4 days.
4 days to get here.
Cool. So we're talking around with cups of tea.
Hey, you forgot a 1 there. 176.
What?
Yeah, 176 cups.
Oh.
176.
Oof. But yeah.
Unless you just fucking guzzle 100 cups of tea in one day.
Yes.
Unless the ship's crew have also been taking your tea while you've been gone.
They.
Dang, how many? They're like, fuck, it's a cat. They won't notice.
My tea on.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's only 2 pounds of tea.
It's only 2 fucking pounds.
But anyway, yeah, I do like that idea. It progresses not only our goals, but Virgil's goal as well, which I agree with it.
I honestly cannot give a shit what we do as long as we get paid at the end of the day.
Oh yeah. And that's my point. We're gonna get paid if we do this job, but
Could get paid better if we trick them into dying.
I don't like that talk.
Cool. So that's a negative on that one.
It's gonna be.
Alrighty, so gather up your shit, head out of the tower. Eventually, making your way into the forest, a couple of hours go by. About 4 hours of travel go by before you make it to the next clearing. If I remember correctly, I said it was about half a day away.
Damn.
So you get to the next clearing, and breaking the tree line. This is a clearing with a hill in the center of it. Sparse bushes growing around it, and at the base of this hill, surrounding it, are a ring of stones, each about the same size as the others.
Okay. Can I roll an Arcana check to see what their use is, or would I not know?
This would not be an Arcana check. Roll a religion check.
Ah, you lovable hubby-dubby.
Can I also do that?
Sure.
Sick.
I think his wisdom's okay.
What's religion check for?
For the stones in a circle around this hill.
Oh, hey, no, that's intelligence. Let's go, dude.
Not bad. Also not bad. Very not bad. Hey.
Upstaging Dante at every turn.
So this definitely this
Did
has
you make a tower out of stone? Okay, boomer.
this definitely has some form of religious significance, given the fact that it was definitely not set up this way by nature. It is definitely set up by someone. Walking around to each of the boulders, you also notice that they are carved with kind of rough
Wait,
symbols on each one. No, you're not in a dungeon. It's a boulder with carvings on it. Each one has it has like different carvings, different in a language that I don't believe any of you understand.
What
Can I ask
language?
what languages?
Don't think any of you speak Knoll, so no.
Oh no,
Oh.
I speak Primordial.
Yeah. So no.
Actually,
No, you don't
can-
speak Knoll.
actually, I do now.
Okay, you want to cast that?
No, that's me casting that, by the way. I'm the ritual cast.
Okay. So 10 minutes later, you'll do that. But in the meantime, the rest of you are looking at these boulders. Um, from what you can tell, each boulder has a the structure of the language that is carved into each one is like they're grouped, and then there's a space, and then there's another group, and then there's a space, and there's another group of symbols, and there's a space on each of these boulders, and they're carved down the side of the boulders in like a vertical script.
By the way, while I do have Ruby the War Mage, I would like to still flavor it that when I'm doing like magics that aren't in combat, I'm taking the time to use material components if they have them.
Sure.
So I just take out a pouch and start smearing like a paste of soot and salt over the markings.
Yeah. Well, you do it on yourself because it's a range of self, right? So
Oh, I
That's
just
big.
rub the paste and I just rub the paste like under my eyes then.
sure. So at the end of 10 minutes, these symbols don't seem to make sense in the terms of they don't translate to common. And it takes you a moment to realize why the fuck is my spell working. You're like, oh fuck, these are names. Probably names.
Oh. Well, I know why these are there. These are grave markers.
So people died here. There's.
Not. Will I be able to? Out of curiosity, because I don't know if this is how this works for common languages. Common languages let me know what the language I just translated is. Out of curiosity.
You
Or just think I
understand the
can
literal
understand.
meaning of the spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see. You must be touching the surface on which the words are written. So it does not tell you the language. It just helps you understand whatever it is.
I can tell. I can.
In character, you have no fucking idea what this
Yeah.
language is.
This isn't common. This isn't any known language.
No
Any language
shit,
I've come
Sherlock.
across. I would say, and us. Can you read this? If not, put a sock in it.
Give me
No.
enough time and I can probably figure it out.
Now, this here says, this here loosely translates to Snagclaw Blood Axe. Now, I don't know about you, but ain't no one name I've seen. I guess probably some kind of some kind of a bestial tribe, probably a no. I'm assuming I would have at least I would know what the fuck a knoll is. Even if I don't know that's their language.
No,
Knoll is not a fucking thing then?
no, not as far as you know.
No, then forget I just said that then. It's some kind of beast, probably some kind of more bestial race. I wouldn't. It's probably not Tabaxi though. I've seen Tabaxi. It's not this.
So we've deduced it's not tabaxi and it's not common.
Also not infernal. Like if you're gonna be an asshole, do it somewhere else.
I will be an asshole wherever I want to be an asshole.
I wish I had the spell banishment right now so I could just say, "Fuck you are." I don't have that spell right now. I don't think it's a one double spell.
Okay, be it somewhere else then.
Demiplane.
Anything time. Say hi to insert D&D God here.
Well, regardless, grave markers, some probably bestial race. nothing. That's been nothing from the mainland. Even if I don't, because I'm assuming there's a lot of languages I would recognize, just not know them.
You can recognize script. You can get like an idea because certain languages use different base scripts. For
Yeah, like
example,
giant and dwarven share the same script.
yeah, Elven and Sylvan so they share the same script. This is not one of those cases. This is very basic, almost hieroglyphic language.
It matches no script I know of. Not giant, not Sylvan.
Okay. Um. Is there any
Okay.
way to know how
Good
they
to know.
died? So all we know is there was a previous civilization.
Could I possibly tell how old these boulders are?
It's hard to tell, even with your
Historical-
archaeology thing. Like
historical knowledge
these
is
could
like
have
what I
these could have been here. These could have been here 20 years ago. They could have been here 100 years ago.
Now, because of the conditions of the area, I couldn't rightly tell you the exact age that some finer instruments I do not bring with me.
What do you? Okay.
Unfortunately, this is not the year 2002 where we can carbon date everything.
Really? What? Huh?
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
assuming these boulders don't pop up as magic.
They're just grave markers.
And did anything pop up as magic when we crossed from one clearing to the other?
No.
No.
Virgil's just a radar.
Just a-
a radar. You just boop, 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 boop. Nothing.
Look, excuse me for being third. Well,
You-
this is interesting. I'm
Yeah.
assuming there's no markings on the scarab that match these at all.
No, the scarab's too small. It's only
Repeat
about
that,
it's only about the size of a 50-cent piece. There's not enough really room to carve anything unless you had really fine tools, which tribal people probably not. It's not like they have like engravers tools.
Could I have at least found out the age of the fucking scarab then?
Nope.
Because of my appraisal stuff?
No, you just know it's worth.
Actually, no.
It doesn't tell you
It would
age.
have to be minimum of over a century old.
Art objects more than a century. Yeah, sure.
So I know the scarab is at minimum a century old. Now, could I make like an intelligence, like maybe guess the possible age of the boulders or the markings?
I mean, you could guess all you want, but you won't know for sure.
Fair. Like, how do they look? Do they look like rough? Was it like they're worn?
It's a
like, they've been
rock.
old?
It's a rock. It's a big rock. Looks like a big rock.
Okay,
For all
don't
intents and
patronage
purposes,
me.
for all intents and purposes,
Later.
the languages that are carved the language that is carved on here is worn down in places, so you can assume it's been some longer measure of time.
I'm trying to be thorough here. Please
I know.
don't make me sound like an idiot.
It looks like I don't know how to say this. The language itself has been rubbed away in places, eroded in places, to the point where part of it is illegible. So you could guess that it's been a long enough amount of time for that process to have happened a little bit. Whatever that span of time is, you don't know.
Now, the scarab at my mental found is at least just over a century old. These markings, I would guess maybe a bit closer to that time frame as well. Out of curiosity, how many stones of the other clearing arranged compared to this?
The other ones were just rocks. They were just organized from largest to smallest. These ones are, specifically picked and placed and carved. That's the distinction.
All right. So, Here's my hypothesis. Rocks in that other clearing would be gravestones. Storage. These are the ones that are actually used.
What? Wait a minute.
Huh?
Ones had no marking, so they're not gravestones.
No. I got confused because you said the rocks are storage?
Yeah, I got confused too.
They basically like it's like, oh hey, we have some excess headstones that haven't been marked or used yet. We'll just put them over here.
Oh no, those were very clearly an arrow pointing you to this clearing. That's what I was trying to tell you before when you looked at them.
I thought Dante tried saying that.
Twas an arrow, my friend.
Oh, I didn't hear that because I must not I was also getting talked to on a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a point.
Yeah.
It was a pointer to this place.
Alright. And how are these gravestones arranged?
In a circle around the hill that is in the center of this clearing, which you haven't looked at, by the way. You've just been looking at the rocks.
I'm gonna go look at the hill then. Yep, that magic's still up, by the way.
Yeah. At the top of the hill, there's a small cairn set up. A cairn is just a group of rocks that are stacked on top of each other. And there's several of them set up in another circle around the top of this hill. Each one, the top stone of each cairn, has another symbol on it.
Same kind of symbols?
Yeah, same kind of symbols.
These are probably more important members of the tribes or whatever this civilization might have been.
Okay.
Roll a religion check. Okay, so these were meant to be wards to put the dead at rest. They're not magical. They're just that's what they're meant to do. It's like tokens, totems, or whatever.
Yeah.
Can we
recommend what I just said then?
Sure.
Or yeah, these are wards. Some superstitious stuff. No actual magic to them.
Okay.
Are the wards supposed to be surrounding a particular grave, or are they just there to ward the entire grave site?
Just the grave site. They're meant to put spirits at rest. So whatever spirits would have existed in this particular location, that's what these are here for.
There's not any actual magic to them. I wouldn't touch them just in case.
Okay, but what are we doing right now? Like,
anything else stick out to me in the clearing?
Make a perception check.
Yeah. By the way, Virgil's in full archaeologist mode. He's not really paying attention to people. He's just like he's just thinking out loud as he looks over things.
Is that
I'm sorry, that took longer than expected.
Oh
He's
my
back.
goodness, we don't forgive you.
I tried to stall
What
for as long
happened?
as I could.
Amazing.
All right, so
What
you guys are at the
Jacob
second
died?
clearing. There is a hill
Okay.
at the center of the clearing with a bunch of stones around them that appear to be grave markers.
Okay.
And the top of the hill has several cairns, stacked rocks on it that appear to be like religious totems, quote unquote, to ward away evil spirits.
How hard would it be to cut one of these down with my sword?
It's what the rock? Impossible.
It took a fucking second. Like, wait, what?
It's a rock. It's going to stop your sword in its tracks.
Okay, I thought it was like a wood totem or something.
No,
Unless I tell him to.
it's meant to
No,
be
please.
a totem, but a totem can be made out of other things.
Oh, okay.
Perception check 18. So you're kind of standing in the center of these rocks, and you're like, okay, let's get another look around here. And you look around the clearing, and you can see that there are gaps in the trees around the clearing that point in different directions, each one about equidistant from each other, that you can see through them enough to almost see the coastline. from where you're at.
Okay.
There were paths. That's
There are two from where you're at. There are two that lead to roughly the direction of the coast on the rough east/west of the island. There's one that's close to where you came from, and then there's one that leads even deeper into the southwest of the island.
So one leads to the coast, one leads back to the air clearing. One leads to the southwest, which is away from where we are now.
It's not like
Which would
and
be
again, it's not like
deeper
a
into the
it's not like a
island?
path. It's just like you notice that there's less dense foliage in that direction.
Yeah,
So
well,
the
I'm
trees are
assuming
younger.
That there used to be a path there.
Yeah, that's a safe assumption to make. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That path there leads back. Well, what used to be a path right there is going to lead probably back to the coast. That leads further into the island. Now, you with the sending spell. You mind letting the idea captain on the ship? Let her know that we're probably gonna be a bit longer.
Sorry, you went full Foghorn Leghorn for a second. It was pretty great.
I went full what?
Foghorn Leghorn.
I'm sorry, my deep southern accent.
Said boy. I said boy.
Boy, I said boy.
When I deepen my
man.
accent too much, I start sounding like Foghorn
That
Leghorn.
was
I'm
really
sorry.
funny. No, the repetition of the sentence is what I was getting at.
That's because sometimes I talk too fast and I stumble around words.
I know it was funny. The combination of the two was just funny to me. All right. Anyway, go on with your sending thing.
All right. Yep. I'm gonna cast send. Okay, I'm gonna cast sending to Viega.
Vallega,
Viega.
Captain Vallega.
All right. Hey, we are standing in a clearing, but we're probably gonna need more time to get a full report on whether or not this area is safe.
On whether
How
or
much
not
time?
this, and then it cuts off.
Oh, I forgot. Sending has a limit. Shit. Damn it.
I gotta send another telegram, guys. Hold up. Anybody got extra quarters?
So you wait for a response. You get. I'm assuming you're asking for more time because you found something. You kind of cut off there. We'll give you as much as we can, but no promises.
She said she'll give us as much as she can. There's no promises.
Shall we just clear this really fast then?
Yeah.
As fast as possible.
Well, big man, you want to keep taking point? Because
Yep.
there's where we're going right there.
Shall do.
And I point out the overgrown path leading to southwest.
Let us go.
Onward to victory.
That could happen.
Heading down the southwest path. Go ahead and make me a survival check. Whoever's leading this.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Could I perhaps help them because I did point out the path?
Sure. Yeah, sure. I'll give you advantage.
One more time. Do it one more time.
Come on.
Rolls another nat one.
Jesus, the guy who has +4 in survival can't fucking do it.
Why would you have a +4
All right.
survival?
All right, so it is hard to follow because it's been some time since this was actually used, but eventually you do pick up enough of the path to be like, okay, I kind of know where this is going. Forging your way through the jungle, through the foliage, you come across one final clearing. This one has another hill in it, but this hill has a tunnel entrance on the side of it. It's almost like a large burrow of some kind that like a big animal would make, except that it's definitely been excavated by something. Definitely man-made, most likely.
Well, old research person, what do you think?
Did you just call me old?
Yes.
No, he meant like the old research, like the old structures.
knowledge.
Oh,
man.
okay.
No, damn. I thought you were insulting him.
No.
You could just call him
I
Indy.
got excited.
Yeah.
How old is your character, Don?
Old enough to know better.
How old is he? I'm curious.
Old enough to know. 20.
Is he older?
28-ish.
Is he
29.
older? Yeah, he's older than me. Don's actually older than me. I'm 26.
It tells. It shows.
Draco's 23.
Holy shit! I am. I am the parent.
Goliath's mature faster because they have to.
They have to. Fuck.
So we keep being southwest. Is there anything else that I see that we see as we go? That I'm just like any other marker.
No, not in this particular location.
Not
no.
grave markers, just markers in general. Anything with the symbols.
No. I would have told you if there was.
Do we end up in a clearing? What do we see anything else keep going down this path? Like anything at all?
I mean, no, just nature until you get to the part where, hey, the entrance to the dungeon is here. You should probably go inside.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Draco's gonna pull out his large cleaver.
No,
and,
whoa, why?
I think we should go in here. Just
I think we should assess the situation and not dive in head first.
What? Can I use the thing now, VG?
What thing? Your scarab?
Historical knowledge.
Oh, you're not inside the tomb yet. You're standing outside at the entrance.
Motherfucker!
Fucking go inside so I can change the map, you bitch.
I walk
Hey.
inside. Draco walks
Jesus.
inside with his cleaver.
Cool.
clean, scraping to the
Hey,
ground,
look,
starts
everyone
following
follows. All right, we're inside.
I stick to the back
Son of
of
a
this.
bitch.
I don't trust it.
Man, I feel so railroaded. No.
Now you can know. All right, so going in the tunnel. Eventually, it's mostly a tunnel of earth until eventually you hit a fucking stone door. And you're like, holy shit, this is an old stone door. Definitely more than 100 years old. Probably has the same people who built that fucking burial mound. Because hey, look, there's runes on the door that match the language you've seen earlier.
Thank you.
Can anybody read this?
You gotta go inside before I can tell you shit, man.
I'm just gonna do the ritual cast. Comprehend language.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is loosely translates to tomb, death, lots of stuff like that, burial, ancestors, that kind of thing.
We
Again,
found the fucking
it's-
tomb.
Again, it's borderline hieroglyphic language, so it's all very simple concepts that are carved in here.
That's not his voice.
Hmm.
Well, what I will say is, we just found the fucking tomb.
Great,
So,
we found
do
it.
we open the door?
Yeah, you guys are inside.
What's the door? Yeah, we're inside.
Oh, we're inside the door. Okay.
Yeah. The door,
Has detect magic came up at all while we've been?
no,
going
the
around?
door, strangely enough, to some of you, but not strange to Virgil specifically, is open. Already.
Hmm.
Does it seem like it was like opened recently,
Yeah,
or
I
does
mean,
it seem like it was opened a while ago and just left open?
it was opened a while ago and left open. I mean,
I'm
define
imagining
recently,
ran
right?
Somebody ran out of there.
Like within 6 months.
Yes.
All right. Who are the two people? up
When
front? Like,
when
I
was your mentor?
Draco's
When
up
did
front.
Mentor come here?
About a month ago.
one too? I'm trying to make sure I
Oh,
have the
no, never mind.
It was,
images.
it was about a month ago that your mentor was here.
Well,
If I remember correctly.
I
from what
assume
we
you
were talking
guys
about.
want to go inside and explore.
Yes, you can all explore. I'll be in the back.
The back it is, and I will be at the front.
Yes. Go.
Yeah, I will
Sure.
be closer to the front as well. I don't know who either of these two people are.
One of them is
The one on top is me, is Truz.
so Truz is the top one, Scrack is the bottom one.
So cleric and person.
Yeah,
Yes.
fighter.
Okay, so fighter and cleric.
Yeah, those are stand-ins, by the way. That's not their actual art. When they give me art, I will make them
I haven't
tokens.
found a decent art, so I
Come on.
was
How is your
asking.
tokens better than like? I'm gonna stay mad.
I literally pulled it off of Roll20's assets. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even
mhm,
make those.
Yeah. I said I'd stay mad. I said I'd stay mad.
All right. Well. Okay. Y'all are in the fucking place.
Draco's gonna start walking forward more.
Cool.
Big man, can you see?
Make me a perception check.
I don't know where my token is.
Which one is yours? Which one are you?
Ah, there I am.
There you
This is me. Okay, there. Perception.
You are.
You have
I'm
Draco?
pretty good at that.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Can I
22.
assist? Can I?
What would you roll?
22.
22. Okay. Give me a second. I
Alright.
accidentally backed out of the
Actually,
game again.
I'll say I assisted him because otherwise he probably would have disadvantage because of her.
That's a good point.
The light levels area. So I'll just say I helped him make that a flat roll instead of disadvantage.
Sure. Hey brother.
Hey, bro.
So you're this one's not too easy, or not too hard to pick up because it's already been tripped. But eventually, about most of the way down this current hallway, there's a pit that has been tripped with spikes at the bottom. The base of a staircase goes upward, or sorry,
Draco,
downward.
how far is this jump?
Downward. Not very far, like 7 feet.
Okay, well, Draco's gonna walk
If you take
on
a
the
running
walls
jump
around
you
it.
do. Yeah, there's a lip around the pit, and there's also you can just jump over it pretty easily.
Okay, well, Draco's gonna walk on the wall, so.
What?
Yeah,
What?
you watch him just casually stroll up the wall and walk sideways
Hey,
toward the staircase.
what? How do you function?
With boots of spider
I'm
climb.
following. I'm doing the same thing. It's on the opposite side.
All right.
What the fuck are you people doing? What spell
No,
is this? Explain.
Gotta love it, man.
I will walk up here. I have very special shiny boots that let me do
I am going
many
to
things.
attempt to copy them without knowing this.
And you have dark vision, so you could see how we did it. We just stepped along the lip of the.
Oh no, I legit walked on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why he was confused, because he sees
Oh, you have spider climb.
so the 8-foot Goliath just go on the wall. Like, what am I supposed to say there?
Pretty much. Also, by the way, your tokens are where they are on the map. So if you're not with your party, then you're not with your party.
Also,
Uh,
curiosity, could I have just jumped that because Bladesinger stuff?
You could have jumped it
Oh,
without
I could've
blade singer
done-
stuff.
I could just
I
step
don't know.
over it.
Did I just say I jumped it then for cool effect?
Sure.
Yeah, you saw him walk along the wall, and I just fucking just no cell jumped over.
Okay.
I'm following just behind Dante.
Yeah, I would like to cast Mage Armor.
This is the wrong direction.
Oh, you didn't have yours already cast? Like by the way, VG, I'm just gonna. By the way, I was letting VG know I'm doing this. I'm just gonna permanently have like one first level spell slot ticked off my spell slots.
Yeah, for mage armor. Yeah.
Yeah, just say I always have mage armor up.
Yeah, you got it. Again, if you are not, you are where you are on the map. If things happen, that's where you
Yeah,
are
I'm-
when
I'm
combat
following-
starts.
following just behind Dante.
Or traps are
You
triggered,
gotta
anything like that.
You gotta move your marker.
Real
So,
quick,
be active.
Oh,
and
how do
move
I
your-
move my marker?
You
Oh!
click on your dude and move it around.
Dang, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Chaos might have some problems with it because the iPad version's a little scuffed.
Oof.
Well, he
Uh,
can
I
tell
would
me if
like-
he can't move it around.
I would like to attempt.
If he's paying
to-
attention, then he'll figure it out.
I would like to attempt to walk on that wall, just like I saw the 8-foot Goliath.
Do you have boots of spider climb?
I do not have boots of spider climb, so you just see Dante.
Kind of just like step on the wall, like. What?
No, he's gonna think, wait, I think I've got it. And then he's gonna commit with the other leg and,
Dante falls on his ass and looks like an idiot for a second before.
I offer him my flask.
I don't drink, no.
Do you need help across?
More for me, then.
Dante.
The lip on the edge of the pit is wide enough for you to step through for the.
Just because I'm small doesn't mean I'm not small.
I
That's
couldn't
literally
make
how the other two go.
And it's scary.
It's simple. Just don't look down as you're going across
He
the
looks
lip.
down.
it. Well, I don't think you'll like what's across. because there's a lot more
Yeah, I'm
shiny
gonna
things
walk
over
along
here.
walk along the side of the pit,
Okay.
over across the lip.
All right, you
Virgil's just gonna look at the. Virgil's gonna look at the big man and
Oh,
say,
you know what? I'm
"Why do
fucking
they
dumb.
always look down when I say not to look?"
I don't know.
Don't put the
Heights don't
idea
really
in my
bother me.
brain.
That's why I'm fucking
Draco.
freaking out. Okay,
Draco, you can catch me, right?
Sorry.
You promise?
retconning a thing. Scrack is not here. So,
Ooh.
I just had his
was gonna
token out.
say.
I was like, what the fuck? Why isn't he moving? What the fuck? It's
Oh,
because he's not
shit.
here yet.
What the fuck?
It's just the 5 of you.
Oh, Draco, you're fake!
Huh?
There you go.
Wait, you'll catch me, right? You promise?
You can walk
Yeah, so
along the
you
ledge.
fucking.
But it's scary.
What if I miss you? You fall to your death.
Oh, fucking, then all of you are...
Just step along the lip.
Tiny movements.
Oh.
I'm gonna pick Dante up and throw him in front of me.
Okay, Dante goes tumbling down the stairs into the next room.
See, that wasn't so hard. Now
I
was it?
swear, y'all are gonna get us
Just
killed.
slap him on the back.
Dante takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, my spleen. Oh,
Just gonna pick him up by his cape. There you go.
oh, everything hurts. I don't think I can walk.
I think you're okay.
As he says standing.
I don't think I can walk.
I don't think I can hold my breath.
I think Chaos passed out or something.
I don't know what he's doing, but if he's not paying attention, then that's where his token's gonna stay for the rest of the session. Like I said in the fucking in the advertisement, if you're not gonna pay attention during the game, then this is what happens.
It doesn't show that he's like in the game.
He's not in here. Nope, that's correct. This is part of the reason why I said, hey, if you're gonna be distracted during sessions, don't come to the sessions, because this happens. So hey, it's just the 4 of you. Have fun until Gale
And
gets his
I'm
act
at
together.
the point of hell because somebody wanted to verbally and physically assault me. That's trial. I can
Anyway.
sue you for that.
The next room. Now that we can move on.
See, look, shiny, Dante, shiny.
So the next room is lit up by several braziers spread out throughout this this room, and each one is glowing with a magical fire that emits no heat. Therefore, this room is very cold. You can all see your breath as you walk down below the ground here.
Almost feels like home.
Imagine being cold. This
I
movie
mean,
is
you
brought to you
can
by the
already
Tiefling.
see smoke coming out of my mouth anyway, so.
I'm not
It's not
very
much of a
much
change.
cold. More like this is kind of a refreshing breeze for me.
On inside of this room, it's a fairly cavernous room. There are very large statues spaced out throughout, along with several different, what do you call them, sarcophagi.
Sarcophagus?
There are 2 statues of humanoid figures with the head of like dog heads on these pedestals here, and then in the center of the room, there's another statue with a large sarcophagus, with a really heavy stone top with a brazier sitting on top of it. That's unlit.
I
I'm
wonder
gonna
how
hold
they
out
lit
my
that.
hand. I'm gonna hold out my hand in front of a. Basically stop everybody. Alright.
Hmm.
Before we take another step, I need to make sure everyone's aware of something. We don't know what's here. Very likely a good chunk of it, whatever's here, is cursed. But my mentor, out of here. But I already told you that. And he wasn't alone when he came down here, which means not only is there curses, there's probably the defenses here. So
On
don't
the-
touch anything unless you know for certain it's not traps and other ancient tomb shit going.
On the opposite
Thank you.
wall,
I'm
Over by where
glad at
those-
least one other person wants to worry about safety, considering he just got thrown down the stairs.
this is,
Oh, and I'm still in so much pain.
this is for sure an
You're a
OSHA
pussy.
violation.
Oh,
On the opposite wall, there is a carved out stone kind of plaque with more of those hieroglyphs on it, and then on either side of that is a wall sconce um, with some glowing red orbs inside that are kind of like almost fleshy in nature, but not like it's not like a chunk of meat or anything. It's kind of like pliable, like if you were
Squish.
squeezing a stress ball, and each one of those orbs gives off a little bit of light, just like a small bit of like glow from inside.
I wonder
inventory
what.
back-
Hieroglyphs. Hey, the hieroglyphs. Basically, it's like this is a tomb for high-ranking um, chieftains, tribesmen throughout the ages of this whatever this culture was. Um, and also
Does it
on
give
that
a
wall,
name of any cultures or anything like that?
it doesn't name the culture. No, it just names the people, and their names like Grosh and Brach and stuff like that. Like it's all guttural, throaty language kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna translate what it says at best I.
yeah, that's basically what it says. That's why I'm explaining this to you. And then in the center of that wall is a little um, indentation in the perfect shape of that scarab that you have.
Oh, what the heck happened?
I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna. I have to be over there to read, except to touch the thing I'm reading with the common language. It actually says on the spell. By the way, I make sure I don't touch any of this stuff.
Draco's
and-
village in this.
She's walking around.
Now,
Dante's kind of.
I'm gonna need everyone to be careful and everyone to be ready. There's a spot here for the scare. Fits right just right.
Mhm.
But I
That's
don't know what'll happen when I put the scare.
First things first, Dante's gonna be watching over Draco, kind of just like a concerned parent mostly.
He's gonna look at you and goes, oh, "What would happen if I spit in that brazier?"
Stop.
Don't mess with anything, big man.
I won't.
I'm gonna
I
take out
won't.
the
The
I'm
entire
gonna
world
I would
explodes
like-
in a ball of fire.
I'd actually like to whisper something to him.
Okay, go in one-on-one and then tell him.
Okay, come on, let's go.
I'm gonna put the. I'm gonna hold the scarab right over the spot. It is a perfect fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect. We'll try to push.
Click the
Fine,
scarab into
I'm
place, and it fits
going-
perfectly.
Yep. I'm gonna,
As all this is happening, Truz is just he like set his shield down on the ground and is sort of leaning on it and just drinking out of his flask, watching everything happen.
Okay.
That wasn't funny.
All right. So the scarab clicks into place.
what happens after it clicks in?
It is in the wall. This is where the scarab came from. It's just he pried it off of the wall when he
Oh,
your
try it
master.
out.
I don't think a scarab's a key for anything. He's gonna start
was
dragging his
that was-
cleaver
that-
in front of him on the ground.
That was kind of disappointing. I'm gonna start looking around for any other plaques or any kind of clue to what is anything here.
Well, what about this brazier in the middle? It's not on fire. Everything else is.
Anything? Any writings here?
Mostly just they're each of the sarcophagi is carved with a name. Also, he does have a good point that brazier in the center is not lit. The other ones are.
No
Okay.
markings here.
Nope.
Throw one of your cigars in there, see what happens.
No, I think I have better. I'm gonna put my hand in like one of the sconces here. Do the red orbs burn at all when I touch them, or do they give off any heat?
They're warm to the touch, but they're not anywhere close to being hot enough to burn you.
I'm assuming detect magic is coming off with these guys.
Oh
These
yeah,
things?
they're definitely magical.
Draco's gonna pick one up. Look at the brazier and look back at the thing.
It's about the size of a
Don't-
tennis ball.
Don't put, big guy. I'm gonna need you to put that back over right now. Just want to make sure that there's not any traps going on. All right.
Kind of squeezes it and then pushes it, puts it back. Okay.
It kind of goes and put it back in the sconce.
Ugh, that sounds gross.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't touch it,
What
right?
school of
There we
magic
go.
is it?
Big brain.
No specific school.
Yeah, because it does. Because with the tech magic, I can't use my action actually checked.
Mhm. Yeah,
Alright,
no specific school.
I'm gonna take one. Take one out.
Okay.
Go walk over here.
Mhm.
Now, everyone be ready. I don't know what happens when I do this. And I'm just gonna like, I'm just gonna like,
ready his cleaver. 2 hands.
I'm just gonna like, just like casually toss it into the brazier.
Or...
Okay. It goes
Ew.
rolls to a stop at the bottom of the brazier.
Happens.
Perhaps we need to put all of them in there.
I'll go search for that thing, Majigger.
Well, they're on the wall over here.
Alright, I'll go over to the wall over there.
How many are in here?
6.
Jarko's gonna take them all?
Well,
Hey,
there's 6 total throughout both of those
Oh.
sconces. There's 6 total.
Oh, throughout both
Yeah,
of them.
so
One
I'm gonna
one
go,
of them has been thrown in the brazier. The other 5 are still in the sconces.
I want to take
Perhaps we throw them all in there.
Dante, trying to one-up Draco, is going to try and take all 5.
Oh,
Okay.
How heavy are they?
They're the size of a tennis ball and about as heavy.
I have an 8 in strength.
What? A tennis ball? What the fuck?
Man! No, I thought it'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, each of them fit in the heart. Can't lift an empty ball.
I'm a wizard, but I even have a 10 strength.
Okay, Boomer. You know what else
That
you
means nothing.
have? You know what else you have?
you're older than him.
A 401k and a retirement plan?
Exactly.
I have a 19 intelligence
What do you want
I
to
have a 9.
Alright, stop doing
Imagine
and
Big
a
brain
14
contest.
in charisma and a 14
big dick
in
measuring
con,
contest.
Alright.
I
My
have a
peep
and an
bigger.
18 in dex.
My dick's bigger.
I have a 20 strength.
I have an 18.
Oh my god.
I have 4 arms and my dick is the size of an elephant's trunk. Jesus.
Oh, my dick's the size of a
Holy
balloon.
fuck.
That's just,
Alright, anyway.
All
Okay,
the
so
balls are in the brazier.
All the balls are in the brazier. When they're all kind of collected together and not separate, they do kind of pulse a little bit, the light inside, in like this slow, like, but that's about
I
all
don't
it
like
is.
it. I don't like it. Make it stop.
Set them on fire.
Okay. Kind of hold out his hand.
this is not gonna go very bad, very good. I'm gonna take
Either
my
way.
cigar.
I'm ready for a fight.
I'm gonna take my cigar out of my mouth. Tap the end of my mouth twice and fireball.
Okay.
Oh.
Fireball?
When the firebolt hits the collection of spheres, they seem to absorb it into themselves. All 5 of them. They all glow briefly, and
Just
stay
like that.
lit for about half a second, and then they go back to pulsing.
Okay.
How are they
Dante's
pulsing
behind Dante's behind the thing.
It's the same
Oh.
same rhythm, same sound.
Oh, by the way, I before I did fireball, I asked. I would have asked Drakkar to take a step away from me. 1 step.
Sorry.
Ah!
Because the moment the fireball leaves my hand, my cigar, I am just entirely on fire.
Yay.
You know that's an optional ability, right?
I know, but rule of cool.
Okay. I was just wondering, just making sure that you
Jarko's-
know that that's how it
Jarko's
works.
gonna see if this sarcophagus is unlocked.
Unlocked. It's a stone slab on top of a stone coffin. It has
He's gonna
no
put his
lock.
foot on it and start kind of pushing it.
Okay.
Trying to try to take
Stop
it.
it, you-
Make a strength check.
Oh, can I just like neck him?
No.
17.
even
Okay. It goes.
even well on
Yeah,
top of
because
it.
I have flames of Phlegethos, so whenever I cast a fire spell, I can just wreath my body in flame.
Yeah, we got it.
Cool.
So you
Can
put
I-
your foot on the lid of the coffin and push it off. Inside are the skeletal remains of something. It is humanoid in nature, but the skull has the same kind of shape as a canine's skull.
Could I roll a history check?
Yeah. For what?
to see what it is?
No.
Oh shit. Okay. Never mind then.
You can roll to see
Hey,
how
he's
old
gonna-
it is.
Draco's gonna reach
How-
in and take the skull out.
Okay.
Okay. I'd
So you
like to
take
see
the
how
skull
old.
out. You're holding
I yell from
holding
where
a
I
dog
am,
skull.
just don't. And that's all I do.
Oh no! Stop! Wait.
I'm not.
Wait, do any of you guys
No.
even do any of you guys even remotely react to me just being on fire?
No.
I'm hiding behind
Oh,
a
I
corner.
didn't see it.
I was hiding behind a corner and then.
I didn't see it.
He's like, oh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
I looked
Wait,
at
can
you
you
when
do
you
it
caught
again?
on fire, and when you didn't scream that you were on fire, I just sort of ignored it. I just let it go.
It's like, imagine being a tiefling and setting yourself on fire. This game is brought to you by the.
Is the jaw still attached to this thing?
Yeah. It's a
Draco's
com-
gonna
it's a complete
he's
skeleton.
gonna rip the jaw off, toss it to the side, and try to fixate it to one of his
Oh,
shoulder
that's
pads.
horrific!
Okay.
That's
Uh,
horrific! What's
you can-
wrong with you?
It's not going to stay on unless you lash it with something.
See the face?
We'll put it in my bag for now, and he's gonna put it in his little sack.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a wild guess something.
Dog skull.
I'm gonna hold out my hand. I'm gonna use my Mephistopheles ability to cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
That's been casted. That's my spell slot.
Have you tried putting the scarab in the brazier?
Well, it was supposed to be in the plaque in the back. Apparently, Mentor just pried it out.
Hmm.
And I'm going to
I don't think Screeks is
Flame
a
Blade?
verb. Yeah.
plunge it into the brazier, soul
Okay.
style.
When you touch the first orb with your blade, the blade is dispelled. The orbs absorb the magic, glow briefly, and then go back to pulsing.
Oh,
Your
I
flame
have an
blade,
idea.
your flame blade is broken and dispelled completely.
Draco's gonna reach in, take an orb out, come over here, and toss it into the fire.
Okay, so you drop it into the fire. The fire immediately goes out, sucked into the orb. The orb glows brightly and stays lit.
How many fire pit? How many fire?
There's 6, and there's 6 balls. Draco figured it out.
Good
Draco
power.
knows numbers.
Big man.
Aha!
High five! He's just jumping.
He's gonna...
I'm gonna take one of the orbs.
Yeah.
and-
Slapping him in the chest.
Shit! No! No! I'm dying.
All right. So if you go around and do that to each of the braziers, eventually all the balls will have absorbed them. Now, every time you do this, the room does get a bit darker because the brazier is no longer lit, providing that much light. There is a little bit of dim light coming from these orbs, but not nearly as much as the brazier would have given off.
Oh, I think I could probably fix that.
Can I just pull like a torch out of my bag and light it?
I was hoping you would
While
say
they're doing
ass,
that?
but
Oh,
yeah.
I actually don't have excellent lights. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yes, you can pull a torch out and light it.
All right. Then I do that, and while they're putting the fires out with the orbs,
Okay, you've got a collection of softly glowing orbs.
Put
What
them in the brazier.
Cool.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so let's just put them in the large brazier again and see what happens.
Yes. Please don't spit.
You set them all in the brazier, and they all begin to pulse brighter and brighter until eventually there's a popping sound from each of them. And as they pop, it's just pop, 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 pop. All the
We're getting shot at! No!
the fires from inside light up the rest of that brazier and light it on fire. Let me get a fire asset real quick to throw in there. Sure.
Fire.png.
Yeah, exactly. This is a map layer. There we go. Wee.
Hiding behind Draco. I don't like. Oh wait, no, it's fire. What am I being a bitch for?
You're a tiefling, no?
Maybe. You don't know.
I mean, you have horns, and he kind of knocks on your horns.
There you go.
Ah! Ow! My horns are sensitive. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Alrighty. As this happens, and the fire erupts in the central brazier, all 4 of you, begin to hear two of you, a familiar whispering.
oh fuck!
You
Draco's
watch
red and
as
flavored.
silently, one by one, 4 figures rise out of each sarcophagus.
Is that including the headless one?
Yes, including the headless one.
You don't have a head. Oh,
Is the head moving in my bag?
Three of them. Three of them appear as dark, cloaked figures, barely visible in the light of the brazier, and one of them appears as a female humanoid form with tattered furs and rags, but with a canine facial feature. They all look at you. The female canine featured one specifically is missing patches of skin. You can almost see the bone beneath, and each one of these is slightly transparent. You can almost see the other side of the room through them if it weren't so dark. They reach out their hands towards you and begin to slowly drift in your direction. I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'm guessing you're taken.
Oh,
Remember, if you click on your token first and then roll initiative, it will add you immediately to the tracker.
Only if they have the turn order up, but hey.
I rolled horribly.
Hey, even if the turn order's not up, it'll still add you to the tracker.
How do you roll
Really?
initiative?
I never knew that.
Click on your
You
token,
could do-
and then
Yeah,
on your
on your
character
token.
sheet, there is an initiative button. You click on the word initiative on your character sheet.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go. I should
rolled.
have these.
So,
Oh, no, I
Yeah,
don't.
sorry,
I think
this
the
is
two
like
blade
all
fingers
new
are
to
going
me.
for-
I never roll good for initiative ever.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Even on
He never-
even on the other campaign, I don't. 21. Jesus.
This one is a bit.
Ah, I
That's
go
why
before that one.
got better. In fact, I don't think any of them will go before me unless they got a natural 20. Which, none of them.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
believe so. Let's switch up the music here, shall we?
Can we get some Beatles in here?
Some Beatles.
What do you mean? They're scarabs.
No, I
don't wanna talk to
I have.
That was good. Admit it.
Alrighty. First up is Dante.
All right.
This could all end
Oh.
in like 2 rounds.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Alright. Shit. I should have used a familiar beforehand. Oh, that was dumb. First thing, bonus action, gonna cast my blade song. How does that? What's the?
You just
flavor?
activate.
It's a bonus action.
I know it's a bonus action. I said use my bonus action. I'm asking what the flavor is.
So a blade song, when you know how when you like draw a sword in any movie or anything it goes shing, even though that's completely unrealistic and no sword actually does that. That's basically
This one,
what you
it
do,
actually
but that ringing sound from the sword stays persistent, and you begin this like flowing movement and form as you begin your blade song and dance. It's almost like you're dancing when you fight, basically. But the sword resonates with this hum as you do so.
Okay, so these things are undead. Fuck. Nope. We are gonna test the waters with a firebolt. Just unsheathing a large rapier. Noise continues, and he's gonna gesture at the rapier, at the creature down here, and he's going to cast firebolt.
Cool. Roll it.
Normal. 15 hit,
Yes.
doing 8 fire damage.
18 points of fire damage. I believe.
Oh, that's a little more than 8.
I don't believe they are resistant to. No, they are. Okay, so they take 9 points of fire damage.
Got it. So they are resistant to fire damage.
So you watch the firebolt through the center of this creature, leaving a big gaping shadowy hole where its chest would be, and it kind of goes.
You did that too
Ooh.
well. You did that too well.
That noise.
Yeah.
Expect to hear a lot of that.
I'll pay you to stop. What's your PayPal?
$1,100.
Who does he hit?
This one.
Virgil.
All right, so that's your action and bonus. You got movement you want to use or no?
In the opposite direction, yes.
All right, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Stairway, because holy shit,
Alrighty.
it's over. I
Virgil,
have
you're
the...
up.
I
Is
have
there
the
a way to enable a global AC modifier? Something like that?
It should be on your sheet already. If it's
Oh,
not,
there it is.
there you go.
I'm just asking because I'm gonna need that.
Yeah. Blade song stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna activate my light song,
Mm-hmm.
putting my AC from a 19 to a 23.
Hmm.
Mine instead of Dante's, it makes it's almost a wind, like a low swirling of wind. Just seems to be coating my rapier.
Cool. All right, that's your bonus action. What are you doing next?
I think okay. I got to manually change it because it doesn't. I had to manually change my AC. Sorry, because the modifier doesn't take it above 20.
It should. I'll fix it while you
I'm-
do that. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to move over to fuck hands. My
You know why? It's because you don't have mage armor also as an AC modifier. So your base is 17, but you need with the mage armor would be what, 19, right? You
my
just
base is My base is 16. Without
okay.
the,
There you go. So then
mage armor.
you just gotta make sure that mage armor is also an AC modifier that you do. Just do it in the future. We'll leave it as is right now, and we'll fix it later.
I'm gonna moonwalk
Okay.
over here. Hey, I have the hat. I have the dapper suit. I gotta do it.
Alrighty.
Gabriel.
And I'm gonna start. Let's start off a little simple. That's a. That's not set for the attack. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta roll your attack with your sword first, and then do it.
Apologies.
There you go. 24 hits for sure.
Yeah. You mind if I use the two from the green flame blade on the cold? Because I popped frost edge because that's for the first 5 attacks.
It doesn't matter because ghosts are immune to cold damage.
Tell me, it's after I pick up my
So it takes no cold damage. It does take 9 points of piercing, so I will do that. That's
And I
magical
think
weapon.
it takes another 11 points of fire. I'm actually going
no,
to
it takes-
use,
so-
Flames of Flick-
So the one is the one that's for the single target. The 1d8 plus modifier is for everything around it. It's in a radius.
Yeah.
Which I think is a 5-foot radius. If I'm not mistaken. So it takes 1 point of fire damage because
I'm actually
you
gonna
can't half
roll
1 to
that.
0.5.
I'm going to roll that because of Flames of Flick, so I'm going to roll that d8 again.
Oh yeah, sure.
Much
There you
better.
go.
So
Okay,
6 fire.
3 points of fire damage.
And I am on fire again.
Yes, you is.
So
Go ahead and-
Devilman can catch on fire too.
Ping the flames of
So
Phlegethos in
I'll-
chat so I can read it just in
Wait,
case.
what do you... Draco, what'd you say?
The
Also,
other Devilman
I
can
shed
catch on
bright
fire
light
too.
for 30 feet. And dim light for additional 30.
Okay. Use flames of radiant and understand flames of hardened possessions, 30 feet, dim light, blah blah blah. Any creature within 5 feet of you that hits you with a melee attack. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to know. Sounds good. Alrighty.
That was my action bonus action, so and I moved. That's all I'm gonna do.
Do you have extra attack yet?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm gonna hit him twice in.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
shit. I'm a dummy.
Oh no, wait, no, you can't because you didn't take the attack action. You casted Green Flame Blade.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your action.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Gotcha. Okay. So next up is the shadow that got poofed by the firebolt. It's saw Dante run away, and it doesn't really fucking like him. But Draco's closer, so he's gonna
Hello,
Reach out
Spirit
toward you.
Man,
reach
Oh,
out
yeah,
towards
you
you and
can
attempt
go.
to.
and you cannot have it back.
It's going to attempt to
By the way-
smack you in the face.
I am glowing very brightly in case anyone cares. Because I imagine some people don't have dark vision, so they may have disadvantage on attacks unless out of the light.
It's in 30 feet. What's the bright light? 30 feet?
It's 30 feet of bright light and 30 feet of dim light past that.
Yes. So I think shadows. Let me read this thing, because shadows do have a weakness to light, but it is
I actually
it's
think-
sunlight, not bright light. So it
I
is
think I
just a normal roll.
light up this-
That doesn't hit. It's a 9.
No, it does not.
And then
that does not hit me.
And then for its bonus action, it's going to attempt to hide by sinking into
Oh.
the floor. So it has a stealth modifier of that. There you go. So I think the only one who can see it with a passive perception of 20 whatever is the cleric. Everyone else, you watch this shadow kind of melt into the floor and disappear.
Do not
Yeah,
run after you
I'm
try to
not even
attack me,
looking at it, so-
Freakling.
Next up is the ghost.
Why would you attack somebody then run away?
He is fearful of me. Ha
Oh, we'll see about this.
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
Speaking of being fearful, I need each non-undead creature within 60 feet of it. So that's
Save.
you, that's you, that's you, that's you. Everyone make me, I believe, wisdom saving throws, por favor.
Oh, why would you tell me to make a wisdom saving throw?
DC 13. Fail.
Ooh, that's
17.
Success.
Ooh, Draco Pashas.
Success. Fail.
Oh,
Alright, so the cleric and one of the blade singers are afraid for 1 minute. I believe none of you failed by 5, did you? Yes, you did. Okay, so Hunter, since you failed by 5 or more, you are now 10 years older.
Excuse me?
It is so frightening.
permanent age up.
Yeah, part of your hair goes completely white down the side of your head from the drain of life. You immediately get extra bags and crow's feet around your face as you age 10 years.
That's what I'm hearing. He is-
The rest of you who made the save, you are immune to that effect for 24 hours.
Oh, cool.
Do I have anything that will give me any bonuses to that? Probably not. No, I don't think.
Nope.
What put me there?
Unless, I mean, even with a bonus from Blade Song, you'd have to have a bonus of +3, and I don't think it does that. So,
No, it only does thing for con saves.
Yeah.
Well,
well, you're older now. Congratulations. Also, here, I'll throw this in chat so you guys can read it, just in case you think I'm bullshitting you. Shadow number 2, which is this
Oh, I have
bottom one, is up
PTSD.
next.
Don't say that name in front of me. Oh my god.
It's 35 feet. I don't think it can get there. Oh, it can. It has speed of 40. Whew.
damn.
It's going to fly right up to you and try to sap your strength away from you.
and I don't have.
That's a
greater
12.
restoration.
That's a 12. That's probably not going to hit,
Yeah, no, that
if
doesn't
I would
hit.
guess.
Yeah, so I'm basically 36 now.
All right, Truz, you're up.
Well, you haven't died of old age yet, right?
You have to succeed the saving throw to be immune. All right, so it was you who are afraid.
On the bright side, I certainly look a little bit more mature.
We'll go with that for afraid. Unless there's a better one. I will go that one for afraid. So it was you, and it was who else failed? It was Truz that failed, right?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. Fear. Oops.
What does fear do?
So frightened condition means, if it'll load, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within its line of sight, which it is. You cannot move closer to the source of your fear willingly. So there you go. And now it is Truz's turn. So Truz, you have disadvantage on attack rolls this turn, unless you have a way to give yourself
Alright.
advantage.
Well, so I don't know how you rule it, but if I move here, does that take take it out of my line of sight so I can attack the one that's right next to me. Since I wouldn't be looking at it.
Technically,
Or-
that's moving closer to the source of your fear. So no,
Oh, it
you can't
is?
move that way.
Dang.
You could just turn away from face this thing. Because if you looked here, you wouldn't have line of sight to that thing.
True. I'll do
Sorry
that.
about that. What's up?
Big brain plays.
What are you doing? I missed that.
So I'm just gonna look at the shadow that's right next to me, because then the ghost isn't in my line of sight, so I won't have disadvantage. Right?
Sorry, my sister keeps barging into my room. Ask the question again.
Beat her ass.
I would love to, but we're trying to figure out plans, so it's fine. Well, what was the question?
Okay, so if I look at the shadow that's right next to me, the ghost is no longer in my line of sight, so I don't have disadvantage, correct?
It is within your line of sight, meaning that you are able to see it. You'd have to be hidden from it behind something.
Okay.
So if you,
I just had a question on how you ruled that.
yeah, you'd have to be able to see it if you were to like do a 360.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna. For my action, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Bonus action.
It's a bonus action to move it, is it not?
It's a bonus action to cast it as well.
Oh. Okay, then.
Yeah, he should. That was his favorite spell as a cleric.
Or we'll just use this as a stand-in for it.
Yeah. So then it.
And let me
Okay,
give
so
you
there,
control over here.
that's summoned in as my bonus action. Then for my action, since it's in melee range, I'm gonna use inflict wounds on it. At
Okay.
disadvantage.
He's
Okay,
not
so
dead, so-
first of all, roll an attack with your spiritual weapon since you're casting it.
Oh wait, do you need to roll to with
When
the
you
spiritual weapon
cast-
in order to cast it?
When you cast the spell, you can make an attack with it. So you use a bonus action to cast it and
I've never
pop it up.
used the weapon before.
Yeah, and then you
Okay.
can make an attack with it immediately. So go ahead and roll that first, and then do your inflict wounds.
Gotcha. Yes, there.
Ooh,
I assume that doesn't hit.
that's a natural one. That's a no.
Yeah. Oh, it is a natural one. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then inflict wounds at disadvantage.
Wow.
Okay, another natural one.
No.
2 nat ones.
You rolled a 20.
Great.
Yeah, that's
I think
pretty
he had
fucking bad.
advantage on that.
No, he didn't have advantage. He had disadvantage.
No,
I'm
I had
sorry.
disadvantage on everything.
I know. I apologize. I feel bad for you. Good sir.
Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. I'm not sure how I'm going to rule natural ones in this campaign specifically. But for now, we're going to say when you miss with a natural 1, or when an enemy misses with a natural 1, the enemies around it within 5 feet can get a reaction attack on it for free.
Okay.
So he's going to take a reaction against you to smack you in the face.
It's like, what are you doing?
Okay,
Are
well,
you kidding me?
That hits.
Are
Yeah.
you kidding
yeah,
me?
that's a natural 20 for 17 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 3.
Okay.
So keep that in mind for when we reset it eventually. If you
Oh,
survive.
no. Dante should be nowhere near these things.
So
Why do
2
you think
whiffs.
I ran away?
The shadow, 2 whiffs. The shadow darts in between your weapons, your touch and the weapon you summoned, and then reaches out and reaches its hand through your chest. And you can feel the life draining from the center of your very being. You take all this damage. You feel weaker after it releases. All right, I believe that's it. Draco, you're up.
All right. Would I get advantage for flanking if I go here?
If you were to move, you'd take an attack of opportunity, but you could get flanking if you moved to
Yes,
any
I
of these 3 squares.
Okay, I shall move there, taking the attack of opportunity.
17 hit.
That hits right on my.
Nice. Okay, so 7 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 3.
3.
Yep.
Okay, so now I have
17's fine.
17.
not a bad strength, but you definitely do feel your axe feels, or your big ass cleaver definitely feels a little bit heavier in your hands now as you run over there.
What in the hell happened? Okay, now that I'm back here, I'm gonna rage.
Gotcha. Activate those rage toggles.
Grows another foot tall.
Alrighty.
Wait,
Smack
you
him in the
actually
face.
grow a foot taller?
Hera,
No, he
just
doesn't.
close your eyes and imagine they're dragons.
He's a barbarian. He's not a rune knight.
So I'm gonna. Can I do my frenzy attack as well?
Yeah.
Because that
I believe
would give
so.
me 3 total of attacks.
Yeah. Well, you use your bonus action to rage, so no, not this turn. But you
Oh,
could
that
do
would
it
be
on.
nice.
You could do it on the next turn.
I still get 2 attacks because my extra attack.
Yeah.
All right, first hit. 24. I did not put my rage modifier.
Okay, so that's +3 as level 6.
I believe so. Yes.
Sure. Okay, so 11 points of damage to. I'm assuming the ghost, right? Not the shadow.
Yes, it's staying here.
Okay, so it's 11 points there.
And then yes, another one.
Very nice.
There we go.
13 more points of damage. Oops, fuck. There we go. All right. So you rush over behind it and swing your cleaver through it, whoosh, whoosh, straight through its back, and you watch as it goes, and it like begins to drip this like glowing white slime out of its back where the wounds cut through its ethereal form.
Don't drink that. Don't drink that at all.
All right. The shadow next to you now is going to make his next strength drain attack at advantage because he's going to move over there to flank you.
It also has advantage because of the reckless. Oh no, never mind, flanking. I'm dumb.
Yeah, he didn't do reckless last turn. That's a 17 to hit for 7 points of necrotic damage. On
For me?
Yeah, on Draco.
Again. God
Yep.
damn it.
And your strength is reduced by 2.
Uh-oh.
Shadows, man. Dante, you're up.
Boop! We're gonna stab it twice.
You got it. Fucking roll that shit.
Stab! 14 hit.
14 does hit.
Alright, so it's gonna take 12
12
piercing.
there.
13 damage.
And it's dead. Poof. So you stab your rapier into its face, and just like the fucking Witch King from Lord of the Rings, it just crumples in on itself, and eventually just dissipates into this blackened, shadowy goop on the floor.
Ew. Ew. There's nothing on the rapier, right?
No, it's all ethereal garbage.
Alright, what can I use? That is a bonus action, correct? Double check. Full person? That's an action. I'm sorry, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. Virgil, you're up.
I have flank on the ghost, right?
Yes, you do.
Alright. I'm not happy that it made me scared and up my hair. Made me older. So I'm gonna cast the regular flame blade. Yeah, I'll cast it at second level.
Do you have Flame Blade as a regular spell?
Yes, I took it twice. I should have. I think I should have wrote it down. I could have sworn but I had with the amount of spells I should know at my level.
I know, but hold
it
on.
would show up that
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't think Flame Blade is a wizard spell, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
It is.
No, it's a warlock spell, I think.
No, Flame
Flame
Blade is
Blade
not
is
on the
a-
wizard spell list.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Flaming Sphere is on the wizard spell list, but not Flame Blade.
I will double check.
I just looked at the wizard spell list. It's not there.
Okay.
It's a specific racial ability that the tiefling gets, This is why I was confused when I was looking at your sheet and why I asked you what kind of tiefling you were, because I was looking at it, I was like, wizards can't get flame blade, and I was like, but the
If
tiefling
only
version
it's
of
wizards. I
it.
sworn it was a. I could have sworn.
Mm-mm.
Oh well, I that would have been amazing for fucking Blitzinger.
It would have been, yeah, but unfortunately, it's not. Not that. I think Shadow Blade might be on there. That would be one that is
Yeah.
on the wizard spell list.
Well, then I should have one more spell. I'll mess that up. It's fine.
We'll fix it later.
I'm going to cast haste on myself then.
Okay, that's an action, yeah.
It does give me an extra action,
So you have one more action to do.
and I'm gonna stab it twice with my magic rapier.
Ping haste in chat for me real quick. I want to make sure that you can make 2.
It just gives me the attack action.
Additional action can be used only to take the attack, 1 weapon attack only. So 1 attack.
Oh, one weapon attack only. Okay,
That's what I was making sure of.
fair enough.
Poke that bitch.
Could I cast Whole Person?
If they were humanoid, yes. Hey, that's dead. It's just 1 more than you needed to kill the thing. So you go and you jab it right into her stomach and rip up through the rest of her ethereal form, splitting it in half and
When I
then
stab it, can I
gooping
say
it
anything?
into the ground. Yep. As it dissipates into the ground, what do you say?
That's for my fucking youth. That's for my damn youth, you bitch.
Alrighty. That's your turn. Unless you want to move.
I was about to say, what? He goes again?
You want to move?
I am going to use. I'm going to use my wizard knowledge to say that I know what that thing just did. I don't care if you say otherwise, VG. Fuck you.
What one thing did?
Move?
I'm making a joke saying that I know that it just stole some life out of me. It stole some youth.
Oh, yeah, sure. And you've got plenty of movement to run up to that one. Cool. All right. Well, at least it doesn't have to move up to you now because it's its turn now.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Because the reason why I say I'm just gonna say I know because I have a passive 17 in Arcana.
It's probably good. Oh, natural 1. Take your reaction attack on it.
Start of the day.
Hunter.
It doesn't have one.
No, you get a reaction. Smack it in the face for 9 points of piercing, killing it. So it takes a swipe at you as you rush up to it, and then sliding underneath it, you just kind of flick it right where its nads would be if it had legs, and it crumples to dust. Gone. Hey, is Chaos here?
A little bit.
Cool. You're at the end of the hallway, all the way at the
Yeah,
end of
I
this.
see this.
You're gonna need to move, my
He
friend.
wakes up from catnap.
So he stops T-posing for a second, seemingly having been possessed by an undead force of some kind.
So I can move. Let's see. I use my feel and agility.
It doubles your speed, right?
Yeah, so that makes it 60, and then I can action dash.
Yep.
For 90 feet, which will get me 5 to.
Here we can do this. If you click
Is it
on
all by
that,
5?
go there. So this is the length that you can go in 90 feet.
Wait, how do you do that?
There's a ruler tool on the left-hand side of your screen, probably.
Well,
Hey,
not
guys,
my-
I will be back shortly. If I'm not back by the time the tournament's around, go to the nearest thing and stab it. Kill hostiles.
Gotcha.
Okay, so how much would right? Oh, what did I do?
So that's your ruler tool right there.
Oh, I found. Okay.
And mine is the white line that is pointing 90 feet from where you are.
So 60 feet would land me in the middle of that spike thing.
Well, I believe if you take a long jump, you can get over the pit.
Long jump. That's
It's at the end of a at the end of a movement, you can like leap a certain distance.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember what that was. That was
We can look it up here.
I've never long jumped before, so I don't know.
I think it's equal to like your strength modifier or something. Jumping.
But it was plus something, wasn't it?
When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So you
my
can move
strength
up to your
score
strength
is a
score.
+1.
Strength score, so not the modifier, but the score.
Oh, my strength score is a 12.
Yeah, so you could clear the pit easily.
So I run 60 feet and then I long jump the rest of that.
Yeah, so you would get to with a
Yeah.
12 foot, it'd be 5, 10. You would get to this square here with a long jump.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
How do I move my iPad?
You should be able to just click it and drag it on your token. If not, then I can move you.
No, I got it. Slowly. So
Cool.
now I'm that square. Can I see any of the enemies? Can I see this one?
I'm gonna say no. There's kind of a wall blocking you right over here.
Yeah, sorry. I almost thought.
Yeah, you're at the top of the
I
stairs, and
almost
there's a
thought,
wall in between you and the next shadow.
I almost thought her character was a enemy.
Also, you guys are no longer frightened, by the way. I should probably get rid of this.
I'm back.
Hi, I
need to
almost
take
thought
off
you were
your
an enemy for a second.
frightened condition.
Were you going to shoot me?
Seeing as I can't do anything, I guess I'm gonna run the.
You could just
I'm gonna
dash and get up
action
there.
Dash. Did make it to here?
Yeah, thanks. Man.
I don't want to use Zulu to. No, I'd make it to here because going through other players' space is difficult terrain. There you go.
There you
go. And that's my turn.
Cool. Truz, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna
No,
check
I'll-
how far I can move my spiritual weapon.
20 feet.
20 feet?
Yeah.
I'll move it 20 feet.
Here, I'll hold
Sure
the.
it's not 30 feet?
No, it's 20 feet on a bonus action move. It doesn't move that fast. You should be able to move the weapon yourself.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, you should be able
Okay.
to.
Oh, give me a second. You're right, I can. Alright, now that's there. Just in case.
All right, that's your bonus action.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my action to try and guiding bolt.
Sweet. Make an attack roll.
It's not a disadvantage this time.
Nope. And that does a lot of damage, I believe. I don't know if shadows are. Yeah, they're vulnerable to radiant. So that's 22 points of radiant damage. This thing is evaporated in a burst of light from full. It's completely
Nice.
one-shotted.
Who's gonna kill that?
I wasn't absolutely useless, I promise. Almost, though.
I was going to kill that.
Ha! I saved your life. Is everybody all right?
Do I feel my strength coming back to me?
That's a good question.
That better
You
not
have
be
to
permanent.
finish a short or long rest to regain your strength scores.
That was their basic, and it just was permanent.
I would cry.
That would suck.
That is now my third lowest stat. My strength. That is not good. I am a barbarian.
Or it could be your fourth highest.
Let's take a bit of a breather.
Okay.
I seem to slump a bit, especially as haste wears off.
As you guys take your breather here, you notice that there are now white streaks in Virgil's hair from where the ghost sapped his strength.
Are you feeling alright? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go stab him.
All right,
I'm
end
gonna
of the
kill him.
session. Good
I'm-
good game, guys. We're not coming back
Kill
next
him.
week. I'm just gonna.
BG, do I have
You
advantage
know,
on the
I
attack?
have-
Yes.
Alright.
You have quadruple
I have.
advantage.
Quadruple advantage.
That gives you a natural 20.
Hey, listen. All I'm saying about to shoot a light bulb straight into
That
your
tickled.
fucking urethra.
That thing, it took some of my
That's
youth. I reckon I'm probably about 10 years older now.
Unlimited. Pow! Shit! Pow!
It's pretty busted. As you guys begin to take your short rest, let me do some shit here.
Oh wait, are we taking a short rest?
Yes.
Yes. So you get your strength back.
Then
It's gonna look weird for a second, but trust me.
I don't trust you as far as Draco could throw me.
Oh, that's interesting.
The blade song back. I get my spell slot back.
Really? From a short rest? You get the blade songs back with a short rest?
Yeah.
Dude, this thing is awesome! Dude, why didn't I read into this?
I think I'm going to
Told you,
pop
man.
up
Everyone
my
fucking-
potion of healing and take a swig.
You can absolutely do that.
Yeah,
Well, if you're taking a short rest, you can roll your hit dice instead.
After the short rest, of course. Oh wait, we get our health back after a
Well,
short rest.
you get to roll your hit dice and regain that much HP.
Oh, right. What's my hit dice again for barbarian? Is it like a D12?
Yeah. So if you look on your
Yes.
character sheet where it says hit dice, you should have a number there. Just
Okay.
roll it in chat and it'll roll it for you, and then you can regain that much.
Aha. Of course, I do that.
whatever.
Oh,
Sure.
fuck off.
5 HP.
Can I do another one?
Yeah, you can roll as many as you can up to your level.
That's a little bit better.
If you guys heard me, you would hear me.
Seven.
I would have. Did you guys hear what I said, or did I cut out?
All right, I'll cut out.
You cut out.
Aha,
Oh,
I have full
saying
HP.
that- I was trying to let you guys know that I just that thing took 10 years off my life.
You didn't get it back when we killed it?
No.
Yeah, just
Unless
think
any
that's
of
how
you
that works,
knows
buddy.
this- Any of you knows any of those restoration spells? I reckon probably something along the lines of the greater one.
well, maybe if we ever vivify, we could bring you back to life.
Yeah, let's kill you really quick, and then
Yeah,
I'll
I
bring
can
you
do
back.
that.
Here, just hold still. This will
I
only
don't think
hurt
that
a
would
bit.
work. BGI, would that even work?
What, killing you and bringing you back? No. No. Fucking. The
Yeah,
only
it
thing that
doesn't
would
change
really.
my age.
The only thing that would work is there are potions that can do that, but those have a risk to them to age you even further. And then there's the clone spell, and then there's certain regenerative magic, as like reincarnation magic could do that. But other than that, you need a greater restoration within
All we
24
need is the
hours.
Fountain of Youth and Pirates of the Caribbean, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a few spells that could do it, but I don't think anyone here is strong enough of a spellcaster to do it.
I feel really attacked
Yes.
right now.
Look at it on the bright side. You're now almost as old as I am.
How old are you?
Old. And I
That's-
shut up and I walk down the stairs.
Oh, you're fun at parties.
I'm 36 now.
Okay, boomer.
All right.
I will
I'm
walk
sorry.
down the stairs
It's so
after.
easy. You walked right into these.
All right. So
Also
you're going down
walk
the
down the
stairs.
stairs.
Pretty
with
sure a
him.
boomer would actually be in their 40s.
Tiefling
Um,
though.
Still wrong.
before you do,
You're in your 40s now.
everyone make perception checks for me.
I can. 24, natural 20.
Very nice. So
Somebody
before
asked.
before you head down the stairs, you kind of look up. The scarab that is in the wall where he put it back is the gem on that scarab is glowing a little bit.
Wait, so you did this? No, I'm.
Your scarab's glowing.
Can I go over and check it for magic? And if there's magic, identify.
There's magical now, where there was not before.
While that's
Yeah.
happening, I'd like to talk to. I'm so sorry, Levin. Truz, I'd like to ask. Can you sending back to the ship captain? Let him know we're still on that trail and not dead.
I mean, I
Until we found
can.
this place.
I mean,
But-
if later, unless like another.
We haven't spent much time here
Got it.
since I last sent the other one.
Got it.
I'm gonna make a quick. I'm gonna make it pretty easy to tell. I'm assuming that there was no kind of caster on the ship that could no greater restoration.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So yeah, I'm stuck at 36 unless we find something in here.
Oh,
that
no!
can undo that.
It's a magic scarab.
Alright.
You should probably press
magic?
the button on the scarab.
What's the magic?
It's not specific magic. It's just magic.
It's just a magic thing. There's
That's
no
not like
actual
more
magic.
than
It's just magic.
eating.
And its properties and how to use them.
I know. I told you to press the button. That's how you use the magic.
What's its properties?
You press the button and it does something. It's a button. It activates things.
I pressed the button.
Cool. Hey guys, that wall where the scarab was?
Uh-oh. There's 2 ways now. That's like more than one.
Now the whole party. Stress.
Oh, by the way, I'd be over here then. Oh, no?
Yeah, you'd be over there.
We can go down or that way.
Hey, VG.
Mm-hmm.
No pressure, no worries. I'm just asking how much longer the session time would be.
Only about 20 minutes. I'm gonna call it.
Roger. Oh wait, sorry.
Roger, Roger.
Yeah.
Why do I do that? Oh, I'm cringe.
Roger, Roger.
I'm gonna take a guess and say my mental probably went down this path if this is the one open from the scarab. Which means he didn't go down that one.
That means cooler stuff's down here.
That
I'm willing to
was,
follow the person
that
who
was
probably
dangerous.
knows the most about this tomb, which is the Flame Bella.
Okay. We will come back to this.
Question is, well, the important question is, remember, there was some kind of magical curse on when he left. Turn him to ash. Now,
Maybe we shouldn't go that way then.
the source would probably be this way if he came this direction. But, with how that door moved, does it look like that scarab's accessible anymore?
It slid into the wall.
But there's also another question. I don't think he got past this point with here either. Now I think about it. Because
Well, maybe.
look at this. See
something.
here? Scarab's not. He couldn't have gotten the scarab if he opened the door once or before.
Oh, true.
So that would mean he got the scarab out of here before he went down this route.
So maybe he got it from down there.
Which, possibly, which means this is probably the one where we don't wind up with a curse on us.
Hopefully. What? Seeing as we just walk in.
Okay. You guys walk down that hallway, bends to the left, and then back down another set of stairs, deeper into the
Yeah, I'm
ground.
gonna be watching for traps just to get
More
base, so
stairs.
perception roll.
No, you're fine. There's another. We're going to the next map. So, Draco, Dante,
Oh, no.
Virgil,
Nah, Dante can be in the backer. Back?
Trolls,
But,
and
like,
Scrap.
in the corner behind everybody.
Yeah, basically. Like, if Harrow's there, like, opposite room, other side.
Arrange yourselves how you'd like to be.
I would like to get this door here.
Cool. Just delete yourself.
Yeah.
Just
Is there more-
there we go.
See how it
Is
is.
there more markings on it?
Oh, you.
That's 2 of you.
No, he's.
Delete them all without it.
Clone spell.
There you
I appreciate you, VG.
go.
Sometimes.
Okay, so hold on a second. So this door does have markings on it. Markings along the lines of warrior, chieftain, that kind of thing. Like someone super important.
Yeah.
All right, this here, there's someone important behind this one.
It is
Really important.
it is locked. It's a locked door.
How is it locked? It's like a specific thing, or
Yeah, it's like a
What is this door
there's a-
made of?
is a very rudimentary, heavy stone bar laid over the door. It swings outward toward you.
can we just
You could lift
move
it,
the bar?
but it's really fucking heavy. So you're gonna need to make strength checks.
I will lift the door.
This is
I
gonna
don't
be.
suppose I could position a Tensor's floating disc under it and just.
Does anybody want to give me some help?
How heavy things can the
I will
Tensor's
help
floating
you.
disc lift?
500.
500 pounds? Yeah, you could probably do that.
I've gotten doing.
So do I roll with
Actually,
advantage
you-
since I'm
you
getting
don't
help?
need-
Hold on.
you don't
Yes.
need to do
Let
that.
the Goliath try to lift it first because that's his thing, and then we'll try your magic.
I'm
Do I roll
helping.
with advantage
Make
since
a-
I'm
Imagine
getting help?
you
Make a
imagine
strength
using
check.
magic to solve your problems. This meme has been brought to you by the Barbarian Gang.
Do I roll with advantage since I'm getting help?
Yes.
Oh, that's about
Good enough.
16.
So you're lifting.
Save.
This thing is heavy as fuck, but you do manage to drop it on the ground. And then the door is available to be opened if you wish.
Oh, that was easy.
Alright, now we don't know what's on the other side of this door, so everyone be ready.
And then you ready my large cleaver again.
Okay. Scrapes along the ceiling as you drag it out. small
Oops.
corridor.
Sparks.
So you open the door. I'm gonna open the door with Mage Hand.
Hey, inside this room, there are a few things. There are several clay urns, various designs, surrounding a chest that has been that the wood of which has rotted away most of the way,
Are
revealing spilling out of it. There are coins, gold and silver, spilling out of the chest. In the center of this room, most prominently, there is a collection of several skulls, all of that same canine form, surrounded by a golden like ring almost that's embedded into the floor, with the same kind of gnollish runes. We'll just call it gnollish because that's what they are, but you don't know that they're gnolls.
You don't know their knowledge. You just
And then there's another stone sarcophagus on the opposite end of the room, behind the chest.
This is a archaeologist question that I can actually ask from IRL knowledge as well as in-character knowledge. Are those canopic jars?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So, to refrain from what happened last time, I will open the sarcophagus and destroy the skeleton so nothing else spawns.
All right, roller strike check.
No,
No, you don't want to do that. Oh, too
Why
late.
not?
We
What?
don't know what kind of magic's going on here. All
Well,
we
can't
know,
you like see magic?
Smash it. Smash it.
you need to give me a minute to look.
He's not here.
Said that
I like rest the cleaver on my shoulder. Fine.
First, I'm gonna check the runes on the circle. First.
These runes also seem like warding runes.
What are they?
Just like protection. It's just like, again, simple words. Protection, sanctuary, death, that kind of thing.
And anything coming on with detect magic?
No, not yet.
Alright. I'm going to move in and I'm going to cast Magic Circle. I'm going to take time to draw out the circle, making sure I get the circle, try and get the circle either on the wall of the sarcophagus, because I imagine it doesn't have to be a circle. I'm trying to get it with, what would be in a sarcophagus is in the circle.
So it's a, what, 10-foot radius?
Yes, it's a 10-foot radius circle, and I choose undead, and I say undead cannot leave it.
Cool. So there's your circle.
And
Draco's
I'm
gonna kick
going
the
to have
chest.
Dracos get out of the circle and then open it with Mage Hand if possible.
The chest is rotted away and already open.
No, the
there's coins.
sarcophagus.
Oh, the sarcophagus. Okay. The sarcophagus is this heavy stone lid. You're gonna need more than mage hand.
I'll kick it off and then get out of your little magic
Kick it off and move.
sphere. Okay.
Alright.
Draco's gonna kick the thing again.
So you kick it off.
just a wince.
And jump back.
Well, before you do, whatever's
Oh,
inside
okay.
is gonna get an attack on you.
Oh,
So-
great. I was gonna like jump off of it and jump back.
So you watch as a withered and decrepit hand reaches out and tries to swipe at you.
Ooh.
I forget what the fuck this thing is because I don't have all my shit out. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. So we're gonna run that. It's gonna go normal.
No, that does
12
not
to
hit
hit.
me.
Miss.
And I will Jump out of the way.
All
Out
right.
of that
So you
circle,
watch
we'll
as
put it
this decrepit, like gross-looking undead uh, uh, humanoid body with a rotting canine face climbs out of the sarcophagus, draws a rusted, very primitive-looking sword from within its coffin and begins to rush at you, but then it can't hit you because it hits this invisible barrier around the magic circle. I
Now,
believe it's
let's kill it at distance, shall we?
Pointed to attack like falling the type creatures, blah blah blah. I just want to read this real quick. The creature can't really enter the cylinder. The creature tries to use teleportation. Can't do anything. Disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. Targets in the cylinder cannot be charmed. When you cast a spell, you can elect to cause the magic to operate in reverse direction. Leaving the cylinder protecting targets outside. Cool. Okay, so that's what I wanted to know. Hey, also, you hear a rattling of bones as well when this creature climbs out of its coffin. And one of the skulls begins to glow with this arcane light, fly upward out of the pit, begins to attack you. Hey, everybody, roll initiative again.
Oh shit!
I was smart enough to shut down the white. We don't have to
Yeah!
worry about the white.
Finally, something higher than a 5.
I got a 3.
Very nice.
I'm glad I took Magic Circle. I'm a clever boy.
Very clever
Oh.
indeed. Natural 20 again?
It wouldn't add me to the initiative. Should I
Select
roll
token?
again?
You gotta click on your token and then roll again.
I thought I had my token selected. I apologize.
There you go.
That is much better than my first one.
Another natural 20.
Alrighty. Dante's up first.
Dante's quick. Bonus action plate song. And what is this creature? It's undead, obviously.
It's an undead floating skull that is on fire, aka flame skull.
That's terrifying. Okay. I think my response to that is gonna be Chromatic Orb. Do we go all out? Can we go all out?
I wouldn't. You know, there could be more things showing up.
Oh, grumble, grumble, grumble. First level. There's a 9 probably hits, right?
No.
Fucker. Alright, that'll end my. Basically, he, in his hand with the ching loud rapier comes out of his pocket and points it at it. A large acidic sphere grows and grows in the size of the tip of it, and then it fires at the creature before messing him entirely.
Splattering
Also, by
against
the
the
way,
wall.
magic.
You're
also, by the way,
supposed to hit that.
Magic
I was
Circle
trying!
Magic Circle is not a concentration. It
Nope,
is
it
just
just
stuck in
lasts
there for an hour.
Lasts for an hour, I know. Draco, you're up.
Oh, okay. Well, considering that this
shit,
thing
but-
is... Why did it zoom out so far?
That was your doing.
So, considering that this thing is relatively close to me, I'm going to hit it with my cleaver.
Ow. It's slashing damage. Let me double check the flame skull's resistance. Okay. So it takes 29 points of slashing damage as you bat it around like a fucking baseball on a string.
This is kind of fun.
Alright, so that's your 2 attacks. Truz, you're up.
It's not dead. What?
Nope.
All right,
Still
I'm
up.
gonna cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Roll it.
Fuck! God damn it!
Ow.
Shit! Fuck!
Well, that sucks. Gale, you're up.
Imagine you were supposed to hit that!
So you see that, yeah. So just do things correctly real quick. So if I move here,
Uh-huh.
I'd be able to hit it, right?
Yep, you can hit it from the doorway if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess I could, but they're in the way, so I'm gonna go down here. and then I'm gonna shoot it.
Roll it.
First step.
23 for 15. Resisted to 7. Fun thing about
And
flame
second
skulls,
attack.
even with magic damage, they resist that shit.
It's resistant to magic damage.
It's resistant to magical piercing, yeah.
That's stupid.
It doesn't
but
matter because
okay.
it's dead, but you know.
Oh yeah.
You pin the skull to the opposite wall over there.
Nice.
No,
The white is still
you
banging
guys-
against the barrier.
You guys just see like me just grasp at nothing, and then like an arrow just whizzes through his head from out of nowhere. Fine.
So is it a free movement right now?
Yeah, we're pretty much out of initiative. This thing is not going to be able to hit anything.
Okay.
So,
Draco's gonna step in there and crush all the other skulls.
okay, the skulls are powder in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna go up and just start peppering it with firebolts till it dies.
All right, we'll just say you have enough time. You can just fucking delete that thing from the map. It's no corpse, just disintegration.
What happened? What happened?
The magic circle basically took it out of the entire fight, so it's just dead.
Yeah, because it's stuck in there for an hour.
Yep. You can just
I
pepper
mean,
it from
who
outside
knows?
and kill
Maybe
it.
we just keep rolling unlucky.
I rolled 3 nat 1s in a
I would've
span of like
raised
20
No.
minutes.
We don't have
attack
enough
it.
time to do this shit. So
If it somehow
I think we could go on.
not died after an hour of just throwing stuff at it, we all deserve to die at that point.
That's fair. That's funny.
Draco's
bullied him.
bored.
You literally bullied him and took his lunch money.
well,
I think it one.
no one's picked up the lunch money yet, but yeah, sure.
Well, Draco's gonna go over there, pick up the chest, and
Why
throw
do you
it.
need
To
Okay,
lunch money
well,
when
the
you have 2 pounds of tea?
The chest is busted
Take
and
it.
all the coins
No, I
spill out
thought
on
you
the floor.
said, dude, you know what you should do? Hey, Dante, catch! Yeet!
That's what I was doing. I was throwing it to you.
Wait, did you actually? Oh shit! Do I have to roll a strength save?
No, the chest is so old it disintegrates when he touches it and just
Yeah,
breaks
you
open.
get splattered with coins.
Okay,
just
it's gonna
that-
take a second. He's gonna blink.
All of the
before-
contents of the chest spill at Draco's feet before he can throw anything at you.
Oh,
No.
I was
He's
gonna
gonna
throw that at Dante.
My legs!
Even though nothing hit him.
There's nothing to throw. It literally turned to dust when you touched it. It's so
Is
old.
there anything in here?
There's a shit ton of coins at your feet, and then there was the sword that the white had.
I don't care for coins and swords. What's in these?
Dried out, disgusting organs.
I will take one urn.
Okay, you have
Is the-
you have
is
a
the sword
canoptic
magic?
jar. Sword
I'm
is
just
not
gonna
magic.
go collect the coins.
It's a long sword. It's just a long sword.
That's smart that I leave then.
Oh, it's a longsword. Then I'm a little bit more interested now.
It's not a great sword. It's a one-hander.
It's
that
a
can
it's a
be
it's a
two-handed.
basic
Oh.
one-handed longsword.
Not even magic either.
I'm gonna shove it into the ground.
Okay, break it over your knee for no reason.
Organ jar.
For the
Come on, we could have sold
I-
that.
For the purposes
Vertical
of-
is just gonna look at you that you smashed that sword.
for the
You
purposes
do
of
rea-
collecting the coins, there is 50 gold and 25 silver.
You do realize that was a artifact that could have been worth a good, probably could have been worth some coin.
Oh. Here, you can take my jar. Then he hands him the jar.
This jar's worth nothing.
There's
It
our-
belongs in a museum.
can't
Basically.
belong.
You know who
Alright,
else belongs in the museum?
Weird.
Well,
Draco.
I'll make a damn museum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that
You're gonna
skull
be-
still
The,
here? or
the
no?
Knoll exhibit. Yeah,
You're
the
so
skull,
old. You should be in the museum.
I'm gonna
Bob.
the skull is
Bob.
the skull is pinned to the wall.
I
with an arrow.
slapped
Take
Dante.
I'll take the arrow and take the skull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
repeatedly.
All right, so you
I'll
have
have two
you have
damaged
one damaged skull.
There
I'm
it
just
is.
gonna take one canoptic jar just for the sake of historical significance.
The jar is a pound. The skull is 1 pound.
What about the broken one?
The broken skull,
Oh, pound. Yeah.
the one that I was talking about.
I have 2 dark skulls now. I will fit them to my shoulders.
Cool.
And I leave.
Alrighty. For the purposes of this, there's nothing else in the room, so I'm gonna move you guys to the next section here.
Gotcha.
This is not the same place we came out.
Now this is down the other staircase.
Oh, there was another staircase. I didn't know.
Yes, there were 2 staircases.
Oh, I don't like this. I
Oh,
really
the gold one. The
dislike
gold
this.
one. The gold one. Yes. Is that a dragon?
No,
Don't worry
Draco?
about it. I'm getting there. Why is I keep fucking putting him on the map? He's not there. He doesn't
It looks
exist
like
yet.
Vishnu.
I would have stopped everyone here when we stopped this room.
Okay, so in this room, down this staircase, there is there's another statue of what appears to be a lizard-like humanoid with great big bat wings, and at the foot of it is another brazier that is glowing with a green fire. Also flanking it on both sides, there's a collection of golden sarcophagi that are standing upright against the wall. A collection of 4 of them.
Draco's a little angry. He's gonna grip his cleaver very tight.
I'm good. Pop that magic as I slowly move forward. I'm doing the ritual before we move in.
The fire itself is definitely magical.
Anything in the sarcophagus? Any necromancy?
Not that you can tell.
Oh, well.
What kind of school of magic is the fire? If it has
Again, no specific school.
any
But if you
writings
want
in
to,
it?
if you want to, you can roll religion or arcana, and I will give you a different answer depending on
I'll
which
make
one
an
you roll.
arcana.
Draco's gonna attempt to behead this statue with his cleaver.
Ah, can I stop him?
The statue is like 15 feet tall. You'd have to climb it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can I just kind of get in front of him and be like, hey, please? No. Remember,
No.
artifacts worth
You
a
have
lot.
no fucking clue what this
Artifacts-
fire is.
You break these artifacts, you have no idea how much value you're just tossing away.
It resembles a dragon. I do not care.
Is there
No,
anything that I
you
can
don't have to like it.
try to steal?
Hey,
Besides, knowing our luck, it's probably
Skip.
about to get up and attack us anyway. So, wait.
Draco, can we go outside real quick? Just talk.
Hey,
Thank
DM.
Really appreciate it. Thank you a lot.
Can I cast
Whew!
Identify on fire?
Identify?
On the statue?
What did you want to talk about?
On the statue, sure. The statue is just a statue.
And the fire?
The fire is
Fire?
a very specific kind of magical fire that will. It burns hotter than normal. And it is normally used in rituals, but that's all I'm going to give you.
Yeah, 'cause Arcana didn't drop shit.
Everything
And
else
there's
that I
no
could give you
writings
would
anywhere?
require a religion check.
I'll make religion then.
No,
I'm
no, no.
assuming there's
You made the
no,
arcana
like,
check. Someone else can
writing.
make the religion if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, it was either
I'll
or.
make the religion check. Give me one
You said-
second and religion check.
You said it resembled a dragon, and that's why.
Religion.
Yeah, it's a dragonoid
Religion
thing.
check.
Religion check.
Why
Okay,
would-
so this
Oh,
is
no, I'm sorry.
it's an offering brazier. So you're supposed to offer something to it as part of
I
a
told them that.
religion ritual of some kind. That's
Is there any
definitely what
writings
this
anywhere?
is. No writing. Not in this room.
Draco has calmed down
DM.
now. I'm sorry.
Frank, you're fine. I'm just curious why you were so agitated and willing to destroy that statue. Because
I will tell you later.
okay,
Hey, DM.
This is a kind of
Is
an
it-
offering
Hush.
fire.
Hush.
You
Let-
put something.
Chaos wants to ask me something.
Do I see anything that looks like it's of value?
Of value, there are
Other
four
than the
ginormous golden sarcophagi in this room.
I definitely can't chip away the sarcophagi
No.
without them. I don't believe.
Draco's gonna look at his organ jar, and as he says sacrifice, he's gonna throw it into the fire.
Okay. The jar shatters when it hits there, and you see this like black acrid smoke begin to rise as the mummified remains are burned away.
Draco, what did you
Sure.
just do?
I thought I would have done something cooler than that. Well,
Anything
nothing
happen when
happened.
he throws it in?
It smells really bad in here.
Oh, smells like my mom's cooking. Oh.
So I'm gonna move over to this sarcophagi. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is there any way for me to open?
Probably. If you can make a strength check.
Okay.
You're pushing and pushing. It's not budging, my guy.
Do I
Dang
see
it.
him trying to open this?
Yes,
Okay.
he's making a
Here,
very
let me
bad
help
attempt.
you.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Okay, roll a strength check. That's a saving throw. Roll a check.
Oh, how do I do checks again? Fuck,
You
I
just
forgot.
click on the strength.
Oh, right.
You just
Whatever.
click on what this is doing.
It is not working. I'm clicking strength.
Are you like clicking the name?
You
Okay.
had to
Yeah,
click
I'm
the
clicking the
you had to
name.
click the word strength, not the number.
Yeah, where my stats are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm clicking it, nothing's happening. Hold on, let me try refreshing.
You got to click on the word strength in the
Oh,
box.
there it goes.
There it is. Oh Jesus. Okay, well we'll go with the first one there, which was a natural one. So you're trying.
Why did so many pop up?
You're like, I'm gonna help, and then you just kind of lean on it. And you're like, didn't. Nope, not gonna
Can
budge.
I try?
Yeah.
I was gonna say pissed off. He's gonna try it again.
Well, here, make an intelligence check instead
Pinch
of a
his
strength
finger.
check.
I
Do
make
I
intelligence
just
check?
Yes, you, Mr. Wizard. Use it. You know, trying to move stone with your bare hands is fun and all, but there are other things that you could use maybe to pry it open, in which case the DC of moving the lid will be lowered.
I have a shovel.
I could shoot it open.
Or you could leverage it open with a wedge of some kind.
Would
We'll
a
open it with
shovel or
muscle.
would a shovel or a miner's pick work?
Yes,
I
both
got
of
a
those would
crowbar.
work. You'd still have to make a strength check, but the DC would be lower.
I can try it with my sword.
What if I use
I mean, it's a magic
crowbar,
sword. It's not
use-
going to break, so go ahead.
I'm gonna use my crowbar.
Okay.
Do you want to use your bow to do it? That's not going to work.
No,
Crowbar.
my crowbar.
Oh, yes, the crowbar will work.
Yeah.
With
I'm
three
gonna
people
open up
leveraging the
this
thing
very
open,
difficult
you can
thing
open
with
it with
a
no
flimsy
problem.
piece of wooden.
Alright, so you pry the fucking thing open, and inside there is
anyone helping?
a mummified human figure, a humanoid figure, sorry, with the obvious canine features wrapped behind several bandages.
Draco
Do
does
I
not trust
notice
us and is going to try to
anything
cleave it
of
in half.
value inside the?
Make an attack roll. Okay, well,
Can I
Damn.
cut this thing in half?
you know what?
Do you
Probably.
have brutal critical yet? I don't know if you do yet.
That was my first crit.
I don't know.
No, do you have
I
brutal
don't think.
critical? 'Cause
I don't
it's
think
barbarian.
brutal. I don't think brutal happens until later.
Yeah, I don't have that yet.
So 18.
I just wanted to cut this thing in half because Draco does not trust anything that's undead now.
18 points of damage to the corpse.
It's dead.
So you slash into its body and you wedge your sword into its torso. The head goes, looks down at you, takes your sword out of its body, and then tries to reach out and grab you. The other sarcophagi rattle and shake and bust open, the other mummies inside, reaching out
Huh.
to get you.
So that was a smart move.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to find out next session.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, to be continued.
All right. I gotta go, guys.
Yeah,
later.
I gotta go too. So it's good first fucking session, guys. We'll be back next Tuesday. Those of you who have not given me character art, please give me character art so I can make your tokens.
I will give you character art. I just need
I
to find some good character
Go
art
fucking find it.
because all the character
I
art I've seen has
aged
been
10
shit.
years.
Yeah, it's an interesting ghoster son of a bitch, huh? All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
I will see you all later,
Huge
and
son of a
good start to a campaign, guys.
Before,
Let's.
before you leave, I do have a question for you, right, BG?
Okay, well, let me stop the recording.